Okay.
Good morning, beautiful people. It's Friday, the 4th of August. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture, as decided by you lot, the culture. You know how it goes. As always, we are hosted by the best in the world. Anybody care to introduce themselves?
Good morning, peoples. Big man youth in the building.
It's your girl, Just Jean, the fitness queen. Ow.
Remix, yeah?
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. Melanin jam-packed.
And as always, I am your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, pure unadulterated temptation. Big Mark from the... What? Go on. It's such a hater, man.
New sounds.
Big Marsh on the east side of the bridge. Happy Friday, people. It's my day. It's the day.
Because it's Friday.
You know what that means.
Love that for you.
We all good. Everybody all right?
Good. Feeling good.
I hear y'all are going to the GRM Gala on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Y'all ready?
No, sir. But we gonna be, though.
What happened?
Well, yeah. My dress is just... I don't have one right now. It doesn't exist. So...
I thought you told me you had your dress made already.
Yeah, it didn't go to plan, so we had to scrap it and start again.
Wow.
That's what you literally put on it, just didn't bang.
Do you know what it is? So basically, I had an idea, a concept. I feel like this is the problem when you get things made though, right? Because a lot of it is like, you have a vision in it and you have to see it come to life. So I was having a hella anxiety about it anyway, because I was just like, I don't know. So then when I went, and to be fair, I did go on a bad day, because I went on a day when I was in a really bad mood, so it didn't help either. And you know when you get there, I was so pissed off. So upset. But I just was like, oh, and she's like, no, your face isn't all. And to be fair,
Is it a madness because you're following the dress code?
no, not at all. I've never, to be honest, I just do what I want.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't follow the dress code. This is what I wanted to get made. But it just hasn't come out how we anticipated because of the colour of the lace. So with a lot of like
Lace?
tailors and stuff, the material that you use is sometimes they order it from abroad. So obviously she's ordered it from wherever and it's taken like 3 weeks to come. So when it's come, it's like crunch time. And the colour is not the colour we wanted. She tried to dye it and change it. Still not giving. It's not working. And so it's kind of like ruined it. And then we tried to fix it. And it's just like, when there's just like, nah, we're forcing it. Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, do you know, it's cool. I just won't go because at this point, I can't be bothered. It's not that deep. But she's like, no, we'll start again. So we're starting again.
Good luck with all of that.
I know, 24, basically by tomorrow. She's starting it today. So God willing, by tomorrow, I'll have something. But yeah, other than that, it is what it is at this point.
No, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
You'll actually get a dress code for that?
It's like I don't know because last year I didn't read it, but this year I noticed it said...
That garden party or garden theme, right?
No, it didn't say that's the theme. I think it's in somewhere like that. It said the theme is bold, glamorous, and unique.
What does that mean?
That's basically what it is every
That's
year.
what it is every year, no?
That's
I don't
what it
think
is
that's a
every year,
theme.
really.
That's true.
That's not a theme.
But that's what they said. But no, but I feel like if they use words like bold and unique, it sounds like they want you to do foolishness. Do you get what I mean?
But can I be honest?
Yeah.
Do you know what is really interesting though, yeah? And this is no shade, yeah, but like, I have the capacity to be wild, yeah? And like, make something wild. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the person who makes my dresses, she always wants to go left field, right? And do like, like American style, like the Met Gala, that she's she's on doing that. And I'm like, no, because I'm sorry, but the GRM Gala doesn't deserve that. And this is no, because you know what it is? Because people generally don't go all out anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I haven't got the energy to be that extra. And you know what?
A lot of people. I mean, there's some people don't know no, but some people don't know no,
No,
better.
exactly.
They can't do no better.
So
man.
my point-
I think
a lot of people make
I
that
think
effort,
people
though.
go all out in terms of looking stylish, but not in terms of being bold and daring.
But exactly,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
I
what
get
I'm
what you mean,
saying.
yeah.
So she
Yeah.
wants me to be like that. And I'm like, no, because it's not going to match. I'm not reading the room. Like for me, I'm going to be so, do you know what I mean? In comparison to everybody else. I was like, even last year, yeah, obviously I had like a train in it. I said, do you know what made me so, but what I find really interesting, yeah, is the amount of girls who were like getting annoyed that I had a train because like they had to walk over it or like bare attitude, like pure attitude last
They
year.
weren't because you had a train. They was hating because your dress was cold.
No, but this is it. No, but this is it. But it's like, why is it on the floor? Like, I was getting so much attitude, and I thought, wow. So just because you don't want to step over it, like, is it that much of an inconvenience? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, see, you lot, this is what I mean. You lot don't deserve greatness. I'm not gonna come and shut shit down because you don't deserve it. So no. Mm-mm. The bad energy in, I ain't got time for that. So
I look forward to seeing your dress though.
yeah, it's not. To be honest, it's not gonna be nothing special.
Yeah, it will be, man. You're in it.
Aw.
Oh, man.
And you? What's your get up saying?
You're just gonna have to wait and see, man. You
Trust
know
me.
I look good in suits, man. But I'm telling you now, you're gonna see me.
No,
Yeah,
literally.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it right. I just
No,
need to-
I'm impressed. I can't wait to see it in person.
I just need to get a shirt. That's all I'm lacking now at the minute. I just need to go get a shirt. I'll probably do that today or tomorrow.
So you got it, and, like you tried it on and everything. It looks
I gotta go and pick up on Saturday. It's been tailored and that. It's fitted.
Come on.
I was testing you.
Yeah, come on, man.
And this
Don't
is
play
it.
no games.
Men tailoring their suits, please. It's actually a requirement.
My pants
Like,
and that.
It's
Everything.
actually a
So,
requirement. Don't just
yeah.
go and buy a suit and wear, because
gonna
it's
be-
not
gonna
steep.
be
We
crazy.
don't
There's the man that you could tell who just took it out of the shop.
literally.
Yeah, no baggy suits and them things.
No, the Steve Harvey era is over. Like literally, it's over.
And even if when you're taking your trousers, it can just it changes everything. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, but so I'm gonna be clocking who's the guy in there with the baggy pants, the MC Hammer joints. You get what I'm saying? I got everyone on player cam anyway because I was talking bare shit last year and they're onto me, but I don't know why people think they can be. Anyway, you know what? We'll see.
Sunday, innit?
But I swear, some guys do the baggy suits as a style though. Like look at Daniel Kaluuya's suit that he recently wore to one event. That was meant to be baggy, and that was
But
the
isn't
style.
that his style? Because I don't think I've ever seen him in anything fitted in my life.
Probably not.
But you know what
He,
though?
he ain't really got maybe he ain't got the frame for that.
When
He strikes me as he has.
What the fuck going silent
No,
for?
he strikes me as he has like hips.
No, because some guys don't like.
Do you know what I mean?
Suits
Like
don't
he's
really
got
suit your
like
frame.
not a BBL,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the
Bruh.
Afro. No, you know, like
Okay.
no.
Next
You know how
level.
like Ghanaian men have big bums?
Yeah,
He's Ugandan, right?
yeah,
And obviously Ugandans, like the women, they're quite shapely. They've got hips, curves. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I can imagine that. And I guess, like I said, because I've never seen him in anything fitted,
Yeah.
I'm just assuming maybe he's like,
The hips don't lie.
and also speaking to your point,
Yeah.
when man are doing that stylish thing,
Yeah,
and it's all big and baggy, like you
Yeah.
can see it in it,
Yeah.
because it's just fitting in accordance,
Yeah.
and then there's certain man whose joints just ain't fitted. If
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense. Like
yeah.
you can tell when someone's gone out of the way to be oversized and
And when it's
that's
just-
and when it's just
not fitting properly. Yeah, like it's in the middle. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
a lot of people don't know how to wear clothes, you know.
no, I know. I've
Like,
noticed.
bare people don't know how to wear clothes, or they think just because they've got a certain designer on or whatever, they think
Yeah.
that's it's that, and
Yeah.
it's not that because it's the man that makes the clothes.
Yeah, I think we had a little preview of the gala from Stormzy's 30th gala.
Stormzy's
That was-
Steve Gala, that was
good
nice.
from that video.
But
like,
this
yeah.
is what I'm saying, yeah. I feel like with that, yeah, the level's different. You know to come like,
What do you mean level different at GRM?
yeah,
or?
with Stormzy's, because I feel like you know to come like,
I swear, but people take the gala to that level, no?
do you know
Not
what
gonna
it is?
I think it depends who you are.
for the most part, I was impressed with the people at the gala last year.
Was you?
Yeah, like especially.
Because I go on that GRM Gala page and I flick through the outfits and I'm just
Yeah, you know
like,
what, yeah, they didn't get the good pictures.
They
Nah,
were
you know
ru-
what,
they were rude. Some of them, not all of them, but I just thought.
Depends who you are. Like, for example, if you're NSG, their
I'm not
whole,
gonna
their
expect
whole
you-
brand
brand,
is
yeah.
just wearing whatever. So they'll show up.
shorts and shirts and things.
They'll show up in whatever. But if you're like Gets,
Gets looks amazing.
he shows up.
Lethal looks nice.
And even at the Stormzy thing, he looked good still.
But to be fair, that's their brand though, isn't it? Like I
Yeah.
feel like the way you're like, I know what I mean, man.
Yeah.
I know what I mean. And this
Gets
is
don't play. He loves like a jacket and like he's always got like
Yeah.
cold bits. So if he's gonna dress up, he's always gonna go for it. There's sometimes when people try and go for it and they go too hard.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because obviously when you're there and it's like a competitive field, you do want to stand out sometimes. You want to like say, yes, I don't just want to blend in it. But then in your attempts to be individual, you go too crazy. And you don't realize you're crazy until you get there. You're like, oh, this is mad.
no, literally. And
Yeah.
at that point, there's something else.
Yeah, you had words with Billy this year. Make sure he's He's patting right this time.
Yeah. Me and Billy been patterning up. I was on the phone to him for an hour the other night.
Yeah.
Sending some bits.
Made sure. Oh, is it?
Huh?
No, I was.
What did you wear last year?
Like, that's true.
Nice, it's on God.
Okay.
He had a suit and then I made him. He bought another one.
Yeah.
That I sent him. I sent him
Oh,
some
okay,
sites,
okay,
some
cool.
other ones. That's
Yeah.
my little killie, man. He's like, what? Did you really call me to check it? I said, yes,
No,
brother.
I'm making sure because obviously last year he went viral for.
I don't remember what he was wearing last
He
year.
was wearing
Just
jeans
jeans and a thing.
with a shirt
Just
and
like
a
the valet,
blazer.
they stole the cars.
But that's
and
what
put it
I'm
aside.
saying. Like,
But it
it
wasn't.
wasn't just him. I saw a few.
I saw theft on the same thing.
Yeah,
he
him and
offe-
Tef-
he
look like
offended
they
me
look like
so
they stole the
badly.
cars.
Huh? What did you say?
Like,
Him
they
and
stole
Tef
the
look like
car.
They stole the cars, man.
No, but let me be honest. You know, his one offended me so much because
Yeah.
there's one picture,
Yeah.
with all the mandem in suits,
Yeah.
and he's on the end,
Yeah.
The jeans
And
and
I'm
the
like,
waistcoat.
you do not look like you're meant to be here. You look like you snuck into the party, and you wanted to get a picture with your like your idols. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fan love. Because I
Yeah.
don't. It just.
That's fair, love.
I just thought, what?
Yeah, no, I phoned Billy the other night. He's like,
Yeah.
you really called me? I said, yes, brother.
Yeah.
Like, I was in the first year
Yeah.
that you was a rookie and
Yeah.
you're only young.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm trying to say that. So no one can hold
Sure.
it against you. But you've had a
Yeah.
good 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to be proper. You need to
Yeah.
make sure you're proper. You get me?
I hear that.
Billy's going to look good.
Good looking out. Good
I
looking
love
out.
that for him.
Do y'all feel a way if y'all keep just turning up to parties and during the year before the party y'all don't actually do anything?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
For example, I understand why Billy's gonna be there, as in dressed up and because he's been doing stuff, right?
And he actually works for Graham Daily. He has a show.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you say some people are just...
all right, cool. I got an invitation, me chill up, but you've done nothing during the year of note. Just going to party and vibe because your name used to be your name.
I mean...
Wouldn't you feel away? Wouldn't you just rescind? I ain't done nothing.
Oh, if they give it to me and I ain't done nothing.
No, you've.
No, but I'm saying
Wait,
if...
what have you done this year?
With me?
You've done a lot this year, haven't you? You've been about this year, haven't
I've
you?
been about.
You have been about.
I've been viral a good few times.
This is it. So you've been in the public eye.
Yeah, and I stay working anyway, so...
Yeah, but wouldn't you feel away if it is every single year? You've been 4 years in a row. You're making all effort to dress up, but you ain't been doing anything.
Oh, I get
I
you.
get what you're saying.
I do get you.
Oh, no, because some people just like to be...
Seen.
Yeah, and be like to be on the list, innit? A lot of the times when you wake up, if that's happened, the next day you wasn't there.
A lot of it's ego though.
Yeah,
It's like
you feel
it's,
like
it's
you feel
clout.
like you're somebody.
Let's be honest, the whole thing is clout. You only want to go there because you know who's going to be there, and you want to be in those circles, and you want to be in their snaps, and you wanna go on the shade bar, and like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's all part of shits and
Because
giggles.
people see it like validation, innit? It's like if you was say
you
like
get
you was
invited.
there, say like you was there last year, and you ain't there this year, you didn't get an invite, you're gonna feel some type of way. Right?
But
No, hey, wouldn't
Falling off
you?
a little.
no, but in saying that though, do you know why I don't think that can ever happen? Because from what I understand, yeah, when you get invited, once you've been invited, you're always gonna get invited. Their mailing list, like with the details,
Yeah.
will just like. Do you know, let's say for example, I put you on as my +1 this year. Well, should I even be saying this out loud?
What, you got +1s?
No, I'm just no.
You're
Yeah.
not +1, are you?
No.
You just have to-
Let me not have this conversation on air. Don't
Thank you.
worry.
Yeah. I really
But-
don't mind not probing in this.
Before I start baiting up.
But there's a lot of people
the
that go
pattern.
there that are like just off like relationships and
Yeah.
stuff, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. They might not necessarily be hot or popping.
Like
but-
who?
And he,
Must say like, yeah.
But even if you're someone's maybe like, let's say for example, like your Postie's friend,
yeah.
you could get them. Do you know what I mean?
+1. Like my girl's going, but she's going as her friend's +1.
I think girls will be getting +1s. Yeah, that's how it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously you can't invite a gal and expect them to just step alone, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So
Why are you looking at that?
I get it. You saying he should be the +1?
No.
Of who?
Somebody else, isn't it? His girl's somebody else's +1.
Yeah, my girl was someone else's +1.
I think he was trying to move it like your girl had a +1 and didn't invite you.
Oh no,
No, I don't think you bred. No.
no, that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, but I mean, and obviously the women need to fill the place up. So there's a lot of women there that are there for the aesthetics, innit? Ambiance.
What's the ratio like?
Skalchester in there.
There's loads of girls.
Manchester United.
So it's top heavy.
And bottom heavy.
Is that your new favourite sound? So dumb.
Halsey does right by the man them though.
If it's just a mailing list thing, and
No, it's
carry
not.
on.
It's not.
It can't be because
No, it's not.
there's no. You have to keep on building big spaces.
Yeah, that's
Go
true.
into big spaces.
Yeah,
No, I think
right,
they
right.
do. I think they do. They do
Sib,
add
like,
and they do add and
take off.
and take off.
It would be so nice if it is that they up the production value, as in made it more interesting and engaging for
With stuff
the public
happening.
by even
Streaming.
listing. They're here for this. They're here for this. They're here. Not just to turn up because you're.
Can I ask you a question? What do you mean by they're here for this?
Like
What
their,
they done?
their credentials, he's saying basically.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise,
okay.
it's just a house party every single year, innit? And the same people say the
Yeah,
same
but then,
people.
but the thing is,
You
when
say that this last year was my first year. I'm a rookie.
Did you got a personal invite last year?
Yeah,
So was it because no behavior?
yeah.
You've made it now, and you can't.
But how do you know
How do I know what?
He's
that
just assuming it was.
you got invited because of no behaviour?
Because
'Cause
I had a
Luna's
good year. I've never been invited before.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
in all my endeavors. Yeah, I had a, I had a good year running up to it, and he invited me and Luz.
Yeah.
They said, "Yo, no behavior, pull up." It was definitely because of that.
Fair enough. Why are you looking at me?
He wants to know why you was there.
I've
No,
been-
no,
I've been
he's
to
joking.
all of them,
I'm only
though.
joking. I'm only joking. And obviously, you're the fitness queen. Ow.
Don't know. But do you know what I think is sick though? Seeing the difference between the first one, this is going to be the fourth. So like it's got bigger and better every year.
Can you all tell me what the program is? What actually happens? Do you all just go there and drink?
So so the first year, I think even the first year, it was kind of like even like a charity, if that makes sense. They had like a speech, Percy does a speech, and then it's just, I think they had a performance first year as well. I don't remember who by. But this was the first one was COVID, 2020 was the first one, just before lockdown. And then, yeah, just drink and vibes. Second year was in the museum place thing. Yeah, performances. I think it was RD that performed that year. And then,
There was no performance last year, was
no,
there?
there was, I don't think there was. But
So what did you all do last year? Just listen to music and dance?
yeah,
Just mingle and
Just
mingle
mingle,
and
socialise.
vibe.
For how long is that?
I
hours.
don't know, but if time flies,
But
we're having
no,
fun, man.
literally, it goes so quickly.
Are you all fed?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, there's food.
There's food.
As in, is there a carousel of food? Or
Yeah, like they just keep bringing out. It's
Yeah.
like canapes,
Oh,
but they
it's-
just keep bringing out loads and loads and
There's
loads.
food you get in there, champagne reception and
Yeah,
thing.
but
hold your
can I be
glass.
honest? If you're a drinker, you'll be flat out wasted because there's alcohol flowing.
All right. So, how do you all catch a corner? You obviously you walk around in it.
Yeah, I'm a mingler.
Yeah, you're a mingler. Everybody obviously wants to basically have a little talk with you and that stuff. What do you do, Gina? Do you mingle too?
Sometimes.
You let
I'm
people
gonna
come
be
to you?
honest, no, but you know what? Yeah, can I be really honest? You know, those spaces give me hella anxiety. That's why I have to drink. I can't survive in there normal. Even going to it on the way there, I'm so anxious.
I just
Like
think
it's crazy.
lit.
It's too.
I like seeing everybody, people that I haven't seen in ages, people that I haven't seen even met before, whatever, just people from different fields and that. And it just feels like just a celebration of a greatness and thing.
Yeah.
That's what
It
it feels
is,
like. It's
but
nice. You
hella
get me?
anxiety.
Is it hella anxiety?
Yeah, for me, I just. Do you know what I think it is? Yeah, and I say this to my friend all the time. Yeah, and she laughs because I'm like, it's because I feel like I don't fit in the space. Let me explain. Because I'm not. It's because last year was the first year. Please stop making faces. Let me land. Right. Last year was the first year they invited influencers. So there was other people there who weren't in the music industry. Yeah. Every time I've gone prior, it's heavily music. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not in the music industry like that. Does that make sense? I get why I've been invited because of links and stuff and some of the stuff I do. But again, because see someone like you, I get why you thrive and that's your space. Does that make sense? The same way if it was a fitness event, I would thrive in that space because these are my peers and whatnot. In that space, I don't feel like that. Do you get what I mean? So
I don't
that's
know,
why.
I didn't see what it was like before, but there was a mix of everything, like all content creators, like I say, influencers.
Again, last year, but
musicians,
last
there
year
a
was the
mix of
first
everything.
time that I saw, like the year before, they invited Nella Rose, Adiola Patron, and Maren Musa, and they were the only other. They were the only like content creators there. Everybody else, music.
I thought it was culture impactors that were.
Now, but I'm saying it never started. The first one I went to was not even. I can't say it's even worse, but again, strictly music.
You're loving hip hop.
So again, so I've never felt. Obviously now, because now it's about cultural impacts, and you get like you got Love Islanders there and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? So now it's everyone, but before it was never like that. So I always felt like am I even meant to be here?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Can you come in Tuesday next week as opposed to Monday?
Yeah, please.
Because he's also not going to be here, and I want a proper.
Oh, this is perfect because I was gonna say I'm not gonna lie. You see Monday. But now make it. I was gonna message you and say, Brent, I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, calmly, and you would have told me.
I was gonna literally be like,
I swear it starts in the daytime. I swear it's a day event.
No, Yusuf, you don't understand.
You
get so wasted, yeah.
They're from like 3 and
Like, let's say it finishes at like 10, 11 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, finishes that late? Okay,
no one goes home afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
say
didn't
that.
go last
I
year.
went home.
No, we went to eat.
Okay.
We went to eat. So I didn't get home until like early hours in the morning. And let me be honest, especially
I was burst.
as
I had to go home last year. Like, I went straight home, slept, kipped like a baby. But I paced myself better this year.
If you are real soldiers, you'll come in on Monday in your outfits. Yeah, like real true reporters. You know what I mean?
I ain't a
Yeah.
soldier.
You're actually annoying.
I already
You're
told
not gonna be
Brent.
honest. The only way that's working, is if I'm coming from there straight here,
Yeah.
and I'm sleeping.
straight,
I'm
come straight.
sleeping on that sofa.
Come straight.
And you know how I can do it? I'll sleep on my back here, so my makeup will still be
Come
fresh.
straight, come straight.
I told Brent at the beginning of the week, I don't think I'm going to be in Monday. He's like, why? What's going on Monday? I was like, nothing. But Sundays,
Sunday's the gala. Big man.
it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All
Thank
right,
you very
cool.
much.
Hope you've been hitting the like button and the subscribe button while we've been talking as well. And make sure you join the community at the top of the page, the Twitter community. We're doing all that kind of stuff. I've got a question of the day here for the gang. Our question of the day is, what is your philosophy on life?
Does it have to be so serious? It's Friday. Emmanuel.
Your philosophy doesn't have to be serious. And I didn't do that. That was
Bard.
bad.
It was a bard.
Well,
Yeah. The AI.
do you want to know what mine is?
What?
Fuck niggas get money. And I'm not joking. No, I'm actually being serious. That Junior Mafia song lives rent. I would even tattoo it on me if I could. That song lives rent free in my head.
Philosophy. One of my early fitness ones was stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Yeah, I used to preach that a lot back in the day.
I'm on just like a YOLO thing, man. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? I'll be trying to live it like it's last. I'll be trying to just don't be afraid to try things and experience things. I've got bucket lists. I just want to do everything. I just want to just try shit. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I just want to live. So I'll be very like carefree in that as well. You get me? Just not that uptight.
Interesting.
And you?
I felt like when you said that your face was some type of way. It was like, and you?
Sorry.
You know, make a song about polygamy there.
I think that's more science of life.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know, man. Economics is life.
Okay.
And also, if it can get worse, it can get better.
Oh, like
Good
that.
one.
That was cool still.
Brent?
Fear is the greatest lie.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
I think I won.
What was yours again?
Did you?
Fuck
Fuck niggas get money.
money.
Fuck out of here. Oh, ratchet shit.
I hear that. That's a good one, though.
Oh yeah, before we go, the challenge is ending today, isn't it?
I know, yeah, guys, today's the end of Wootton Jericho, man.
Who made it?
Yeah,
Who
it's
got,
been-
who got there?
I got this still.
Everyone.
Jericho.
My current number is 468.
I wanted to try hit 500, but then, you know,
Yeah,
after I hit,
I
I
tried
thought,
to- yeah.
knock it off.
I thought 2 days to do 50. I thought nah.
The thing is, it's doable, but it's not that deep.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah. But you know what? It's been really, really good, you know. Like, it's been an amazing 5 weeks. I've seen so much, like, progressive talk. Do you know what? Again, when I obviously started this thing, I didn't think it was going to have this much impact, but it's literally done so much more than I could have imagined. So
Yeah, it was good, man.
I'm very, very happy with, like, how everyone's appreciated it. And now everyone's on my neck to do another one. which I'm figuring out. But no, it was really good. Really, really good. Big up everyone that like took part in the challenge.
Tell me about over 1 million.
Yeah, I know. They took it very extreme, but
There's 11,
I love
11
that.
people over 1 million.
I love that for them.
You know, Reggie in the chat, he's on 560.
Go on.
Yeah, big up Reggie, man.
Yes, Reggie. Oh, Reggie kept complaining though. I kept seeing Reggie complaining about, I can't compete with people that don't have kids. Like all the time. And I was just like, Reggie, you're not the only one. There's loads of parents doing this. But I get it, obviously, when you have kids, it is a lot harder because you can't take them with you on a long walk. And obviously kids, I know, like, I've been around my niece and I'm like, let's go for a walk. Auntie, I'm tired. I don't want to walk anymore. Do you know what I mean? All of that stuff. So I get it. But big up you, Reggie, for taking part. No miles in a car does not count. And also, anyone who was running, I felt was cheating because I'm like...
No, I didn't run.
No, but that's the thing. I felt like if you run and you're a runner and you do like 5-10 Ks, you're cheating.
Ain't running taking less steps anyway?
No.
Does it calculate that way?
No, it's not. But I feel like you're going to get...
If we was going this distance, say we was travelling, I don't know, 2 miles.
Yeah.
And you jogged it and I walked it, ain't I going to take more steps?
Yeah, but if you run, you'll get... But then, because you're running, because you're moving
You're
at
gonna
a
get there-
because you're
you're
moving
gonna
at a
get there
faster
quicker.
pace, and you go a longer distance, you'll get more.
You'll get there
more
quicker.
steps.
It's if everyone's walking and you're running, it's not fair. It's a walking challenge. So some people who are running, I was just like, this, you're defeating the purpose. And obviously, like you said, you're going to get there faster. And it was based on the first person to complete
So
the...
you'll
Okay,
get
okay,
to 450 before
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that was fair. But no, big up everyone.
It doesn't, like you're watching, I watch whatever.
Apple Watch.
Sorry. Apple Watch it. It doesn't do the numbers, does it?
What do you mean?
With that app.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Sync, you can sync it.
syncs.
Okay.
So
this is how it
any-
messed me up.
Huh?
I gave up after like 2 days.
Why?
Because my thing, I thought it automatically just synced with my
You have
Samsung,
to set.
innit?
You have to set it.
See, I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
So then when I realized I got X amount on my phone, but
And
X amount
different.
on my
Yeah,
pay.
because obviously your phone's not always in your pocket. You might leave your phone here and do whatever.
Exactly.
But all you needed, Emmanuel, you should have just asked me. All you needed to do was just sync your watch to your phone, and then it would draw the data, and you wouldn't have had no issues.
It's a damn shame. I would have won as well, but you know,
Would you?
kind of.
Yeah.
Identify as a winner.
Okay. Oh, love that for you. I do. But I'm gonna do a walk though, like on the 16th of August at Gymshark for anyone who wants to get involved.
Where are you walking from?
Probably we'll walk around. The store's in Regent Street, so we'll probably walk around Central, like do like a route and then come back, and then eat and all that stuff. So yeah,
I might show up.
yeah, you should.
All right then. Well, congratulations on reaching Jericho.
Thanks.
Let's get into some headlines.
All right, so our first headline. These people have no respect for Rishi Sunak, you know. So Greenpeace protesters draped the private home of the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in a black fabric on Thursday, right? Hanging huge sheets of it from the roof as they stepped up their campaign against the government's policy on drilling for oil. 4 protesters used ladders to get onto the roof of the constituency home in Yorkshire, in Northern England, where they said that they're going to spend 5 hours in what a former senior police officer described as a major breach of security. Sunak left Britain for a holiday in California on Wednesday, and in total, 5 protesters have been arrested. Sunak's record on environmental issues has come under scrutiny after he said that he will take a proportionate approach to climate change that balances net zero ambitions with the need to keep consumers' bills down. That has drawn fury from climate protesters who have disrupted high-profile sporting events, classical music concerts, and political speeches. In response, Sunak's ministers have introduced new laws to clamp down on eco-mob protester tactics, including slow walking in busy roads and locking onto buildings or infrastructure. Next headline takes us to America, where the former president, Donald Trump, has pleaded not guilty in a Washington, D.C. court to conspiring to overturn his 2020 election defeat. During a short arraignment, he spoke softly to confirm his non-guilty plea, name, age, and that he was not under the influence of any substances. He later told reporters the case was persecution of a political opponent. It marks a historic third appearance for the former president as a criminal defendant in 4 months. Mr. Trump entered through a back door of the courthouse in the center of the nation's capital, just yards from the U.S. Capitol and the scene of the January 6, 2021 riot that is central to the prosecution's case. The former president appeared to exchange glances across the court with Jack Smith, who's a special counsel leading the investigation. He was seen twiddling his thumbs as he sat waiting for the hearing to begin, and he shook his head as the clerk read out the case number. Mr. Trump had taken a short flight on his private plane, Trump Force One, from his New Jersey residence to Washington, D.C. to attend the hearing. His not guilty plea covered the 4 charges made in this latest indictment. The first one is a conspiracy to defraud the U.S., then conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of an official proceeding, and conspiracy against the rights of the citizens. And the last headline, Joe Biden has called for the immediate release of Niger's elected president and for the country's democracy to be restored in the highest profile statement by the US since the coup that removed Mohamed Bazoum from power, as Senegal also ramped up the pressure by saying its troops would join a military intervention if necessary. The US president said in a statement on Thursday, which was the 63rd anniversary of Niger's independence, that I call for President Bazoum and his family to be immediately released and for the preservation of Niger's hard-earned democracy. In this critical moment, the United States stands with the people of Niger to honor our decades-long partnership rooted in shared democratic values and support for civilian-led governance. The coup against Bazoum was the 7th in the West and Central African region since 2020. In the Senegalese capital of Dakar, the foreign minister, Aissata Tall Sall, told reporters that there had been one coup too many in the region and that Senegal would participate if the ECOWAS, which is the Economic Community of the West African States, decided to intervene militarily in Niger. And that is it for the headlines.
All right, then let's get into what you're saying, topic of the day.
All right, people, topic of the day. I kind of spoke about this yesterday. That I said that we were going to get into it anyway. Like the video, people, as well, don't forget. And the topic is basically integration versus assimilation. I want to see what you guys thoughts are on this, right? Integration, obviously for people listening, people are not too sure. Basically, when you keep your cultural identity, you know what I'm saying, your religious identity, but you're still open to the views and the opinions and the identity as well, taking it on, but in a lot of cases as well, of the people that you're actually moving into, that you live amongst. Assimilation is pretty much when you kind of do away with your own identity, right? And sometimes this is not on purpose, by the way, but with time it occurs, right? And take on the cultural identity of the people that you are moving into. So what's your views on integration versus assimilation? Do you feel like one is a bad thing? Do you feel it's just inevitable things that happen amongst human beings? And where personally, on what side do you think you yourself are? Afterwards, I'm going to throw in separation.
All right, not all of us at once. I think assimilation can happen naturally, but I feel like you have to make a conscious effort to, if integration is your thing, if that makes sense, because if not, it can happen naturally. Do you get what I mean? Just based on you entering a new space or whatever. For me personally, I'm on the integration side.
Okay.
Being a black British Ghanaian, I identify with, obviously I'm very big on my culture and like tradition, but I live in the West and I also have adopted that. So I feel like I've got like the best of both, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, what about you guys?
What did you say the definition between integration and assimilation is again?
So
Like you've been here before.
I was looking for a shirt.
I know, I saw.
Assimilation is pretty much where you kind of you neglect your own religious and cultural identity, right? And take on those are the people that you're moving amongst. Integration is mostly you keeping it. There's some sort of an effort to keep it. At least that's what you tell yourself, right?
You did not say that. You did not say that before.
I wasn't joking, right? But you're open to the wider society, their views, their opinions, the way that they live their lives and things of that nature. And in a lot of ways, you take on their culture too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm on the integration side
Okay.
as well. I'm open to different cultures and shit and whatnot. And we're in Rome, innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, not all cultures do that though, and they have certain reasons why, I guess. But do you feel?
But they don't want to integrate into while living in different things.
Yeah.
Can we? No, never mind.
Yeah, there's.
I was about to talk about a certain community, but I cannot. No, it's fine. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not on this
There you go.
at all.
You know, I hear that because you do see examples of it, but again, I just feel like, what's the point, man? If you feel like that, then just go home, man.
I feel like it goes both ways though, yeah. Because like, for example, when I went to Ghana and I was there for like 6 months, yeah, like, obviously, Ghana's home to a degree, but it's like I still went there with certain Western values and stuff, and it was like they kept checking me and was like, my dear, like you're not in England. Do you know what I mean? So it's like finding the balance of both. So when I'm here, it's fine, but then when I'm over there, and that's also meant to be home, it's like naturally I'm trying to fit into how they are, but then you have to adjust when you get back. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, for example, for me to survive over there, I had to adopt their lackluster way of life.
Yeah, no.
That was the only way I could survive, because me going there with my Western standards was killing my spirit, and and for them they were just like, babe, the only way to survive here is that you have to become Ghanaian when you are in Ghana.
Yeah.
Don't go there and behave like a Brit, because you'll slit your wrists.
Even though I was talking to you about it, you were like, just enjoy it. Just
I said to you, but I warned you before you got there.
If
Literally,
you try to fight and resist it, you just get frustrated.
you get too
What do
frustrated.
you mean about having expectations of things and stuff?
I think the fact
Yeah.
that everything there is just slow in it. They just move at like a snail's pace. So if you fight it and get frustrated with it, you're just gonna have a bad time. But if you just accept it, that this is what it is, you can go with it, you'll be fine.
Like, don't expect customer service to be a thing. It doesn't exist over there. So don't go somewhere like a restaurant and order food and expect your food to come within an hour. Do you know how mad that sounds? But like, they're gonna take long, and when you complain, they're gonna say, please, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And after that, there's nothing you can do. You can't ask to speak to a manager, because the manager's gonna come and say, please, do you know what I mean? It's like those things. Or like, if you're planning a journey to go somewhere, just expect there's gonna be traffic, hella traffic, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no point in getting pissed off about it. Or if you plan to meet someone, let's say your meeting's at 2:00, don't think the person's getting there for 2. Don't leave your house and get there for 2, because they're probably leaving their house at 2. But it's just the way, do you know what I mean? It's just the way they are. Like, that's just how the culture is. So if you go there expecting it to be like how we are over here, like, all right, cool, my meeting's at 2, let me get it for 2:15 latest. You're going to get pissed off and think people are wasting your time. But it's like, that's just how they are over there. Do you get what I mean? And everything's like, even double standards. For example, like, if I get in a cab and the cab driver doesn't have change, he expects you to just allow him, innit? But then if you're short by like 1 cedi, he's on your dick. I want that one. He's not letting it go. But if the shoe was on the other foot, oh, madam, thank you. Do you know what I mean? Like, just all those things there. It's like,
They're looking at you as the privileged one, innit? So.
yeah. So like it's just.
Nah, man, I tell him, go and get change. You better find change, kid. You go to the shop.
And they'll just be like, oh. Like, literally just, oh.
Something small for the boys.
Something small for the boys. Or like always getting like conned, or like people always trying to like take money from you, or like, do you know what I mean? But that's just the culture, innit? It is what it is.
So bringing it back to the UK though, in terms of, because I think all of you said integration, right?
Yeah, integration. Yeah.
Brent, are you an integrationist?
Yeah, I'm with you, Emmanuel.
Why?
The options that he's laid in front of me, I could only pick integration.
Oh, okay.
Integrations.
Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
How
How
are
are
you?
you guys doing? I'm doing good.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. My name is
Who's
Nana.
speaking?
Nana.
Oh, Nana.
Oh, hello. Entertain.
Hi. Boko.
Oh, like
Is
a
it
true,
Boko?
that's a true guardian man.
Innit?
Yeah.
Yes,
I would
Nana. Speak to
like
us.
to know why. Yeah, I'd like to know why you guys not talking about the Niger coup, because it's very serious. Yeah,
I
it's
mean-
very serious in the West African parts.
I mean.
Right now.
Sorry, go on, Nana.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, all I was going to say is
Because
that. Sorry,
Yeah.
go on. There's a delay. Sorry. Go on, Nana, you speak.
Because right now, Mali is also facing the same crisis as well. Burkina as well, and Chad as well. So in the West African part, about 6 countries have experienced coup within the past 5 years. And you know, West Africa is the poorest part of Africa. North Africa is okay. South Africa is okay. The Eastern Africa, they are okay. But the West Africa, there's always crisis. There's always crisis. And I don't know why you guys are not talking about it.
I mean, to be fair, Nana, we've been I guess updating the people with the headlines and everything to do in Niger. But you're right. I mean, we can definitely make it a
Okay.
topic of the day. We can definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you for that.
okay.
So next week when we make it a
Good to
topic of
know.
the day, will you call in and contribute?
Absolutely.
All right,
Oh,
Absolutely.
fantastic.
I'm gonna
Right,
keep you
Take
to
care,
that.
guys.
Thanks
Take
for
care.
your call, Nana.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
That was a grown call still.
Yeah, 100%.
But we
love
have
our
covered the
callers, man.
headlines a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was I saying? In terms of, I guess, how you guys kind of perceive it, yeah, and what you kind of choose for yourself, integration and assimilation, do you feel like you're actively doing something to maintain that status in your mind that, you know what, I'm integrating here, but I'm not fully assimilating here?
I think, well, growing up Nigerian, obviously, I've always had that balance in it. My household was Nigerian, I'm Muslim. But when I left my house, going to school, whatever, I was more integrated into British culture. I think never really forgetting your roots, always, you know, parlaying with your people and, you know, integrate yourself in. Never leaving your culture, in whatever aspect that is, whether it be the language, the food, the way you dress, certain values. Always stay true to your roots and always practice what your culture kind of instills in you, innit?
I don't even see it. I'm just living my life and just going through. But it's weird because I've always felt like I don't feel like patriotic or anything. Like I don't necessarily feel like connected to the land like that. Like I don't wanna like I always say, if you ask where I'm from, I say I'm Jamaican or whatever. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like I always feel like we're not from here. But then at the same time, when there's things going on that represent England, I'm Team England. Like football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like when the athletics is going on, unless Usain's running. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, if Usain's running, obviously I'm Jamaican. But anything else, I want Great Britain to do good. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like even and if people in, it's weird because if people in England and I'm here, and they all say, "Oh yeah, where you from?" I say, "Oh yeah, I'm Jamaican. I'm from Jamaica." Yeah. When I travel, if I'm in like I don't know wherever Mexico, wherever, and I meet like Americans and that, they say, "Yo, where you from?" I'll say London. I'll say I'm English. Like I don't like. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'll probably say that first, and then let them, and then Jamaican that after, because I feel like if I said Jamaican to them,
They'll feel like you just came from Jamaica.
yeah, it will give the wrong impression if that makes sense. If I just said Jamaica to them first, they'll think. And so I would say London English. So like I'm saying, I don't feel patriotic or connected to it, but there is something that when there's stuff going on, I'm on the England side. I don't know why that is. Is that
You live
normal?
here, innit?
Huh?
Because you live here.
Yeah, but I just clocked that I just live here. I understand that if things didn't happen differently, I understand I could be anywhere. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm only here because.
But the thing is, what does it mean to integrate yourself into British culture anyway? Like as a black person, does it mean eating British food? Does it mean listening to certain type of music? Does it mean going to certain places? Like, what does it mean?
Well, it pretty much encompasses all of that, though. You know what I'm saying? I guess everyone's kind of different, where they take on different things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for example, let's just say back home, we always ate, I don't know, pounded yam, eba, all the type of foods there.
Yeah.
But now we eat fish and chips.
Yeah.
We have a takeaway day. You know what I'm saying? You know how white people have a Friday something, right?
Yeah.
And then we start doing those type of things. And maybe we don't go to church as much. We kind of are kind of lukewarm with it. In the same way, this country is kind of those little things here. English now being the main language you speak at home, and no longer a tree or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. You know.
I hear you. I think there's always been, for me anyway, there's always been a healthy balance. There's never been a conscious decision to do more or less of the other. It's just been the way it has been.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What about yourselves?
Danielle's made a good point though.
What's that?
Yusuf, doesn't it depend on whether your culture is serving you? There are many characteristics of cultures that are repressive or based on myth. why would you hold on to those values by default?
Yeah, I'm not holding on to every value. Obviously,
Yeah.
I pick and choose what values I want to hold on to and what values I want to practice. So, for example, if you look at a traditional African or Nigerian man, the way they are, I wouldn't say I'm that way inclined. So when I'm married, I don't think I would possess many of the traditional African values in regards to a man and woman dynamic, because that's what I've chosen not to take on board. Yeah. But there's certain things that I like: food, music, stuff like that. But yeah, I think we will pick and choose, right? What values and what things we want to do. Carry on.
But do you feel like it's a conscious decision, and we're kind of intentional in what we choose, or do you feel like this is just kind of like a child is like a sponge taking on everything, and with time, depending on your environment, you're kind of sculpted in a particular way, and before you know it, you're 30, and this is what you are? Or is it like we're choosing to say, you know what, we're going to do this particular thing and only this because this serves us here, but not this, certainly not because this doesn't, and we don't want that for ourselves.
I think at a certain age you can be a sponge, but as an adult, I definitely pick and choose what I want to do. And even if I feel like I've soaked something up as a sponge and it's not good, I'll actively try to get rid of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. What you guys?
What's the question again?
do you feel like you're being intentional and it's a conscious decision in what you're taking on, choosing to adopt, right, in your integration, right? Or is it more so because we were born here or raised here or both or whatever, right? As kids, we were sponges and we just took on everything, right? And then with time, because of your environment, your parents, different things, it kind of just shaped you. And you woke up at 30 years old thinking, this is just what I am. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm a curious case man. I like to try different things and experiment and see different things and like that. So I don't mind. I actively look to go in different spaces. I don't want to be pigeonholed in anything and think like, oh, this is just for us and we can't have that and that's for them. Why is it for them? Are you stupid? I'm here too. I'm born here. Everything here is for me. You know what I'm trying to say? So I would look to experiment and experience different things. I do bare things that say some of my brothers don't do. Go different places and go in different spaces and white spaces and whatnot. They got pure good things going on, and you get what I'm trying to say, and then people don't go and experience it because they believe like it's not for them or that's a white people thing or whatever. And it's what do you mean a white people thing? No, I'm allowed everything that anybody else is allowed as well. I'll go and take these spaces and go and try these things and like you get what I'm trying to say. Like I would actively go and do that stuff and go and be in different spaces. I don't just feel comfortable in my own and or some telling me, oh yeah, this is what black people do. This is a black people space. This is a Caribbean space.
Yeah.
Let me go there. I'm not really like that. I don't mind going places and being the only black person in there. Like I couldn't give a shit. Like you know what I'm trying to say. Like so I probably actively look for different things to do because I just want to see where I go on. Because like I said, I like to explore and experiment because you don't know what you don't know, innit? You know what I'm trying to say?
And if you come across something that's like, yo, I really like this, yeah, or this makes sense for me to adopt because I know this will benefit me, my family, my kids, whatever it may be, right? And you kind of see it as something that black people traditionally do not do. Would you still take it on?
If I wanted to, but I'm headstrong, innit? I do what I want. So that's for stuff like that's an easy decision for me to make. You know what I'm trying to say? That because I couldn't care less about their things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if anything that I think benefits me, I'm gonna do it. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks because people can think what they want. They don't really have no bearing on my life. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if you're not helping me or like if it's not benefiting me or whatever, like I couldn't care less what you think. And I know who I am in it and what's in my heart in it. So anything I do comes from a clean place as far as I'm concerned. So I don't mind doing that kind of stuff.
Okay, makes sense. What about yourself, Gina?
Yeah, I think when I think about it, I think your environment definitely and who you surround yourself with plays a massive role because I feel like, so growing up, I lived in a predominantly white area. I went to a predominantly white school and it wasn't that I wasn't African because I was African and all my friends were black, to be fair. But then the reason why I'm saying this is because I noticed the shift because then when I went to sixth form, everyone there was Ghanaian. So that made me become a lot more Ghanaian, if that makes sense. I became very Ghanaian from like sixth form onwards, and then based on my group of friends. And then I went to uni, and obviously because that culture's still in me, and I'm still friends with the same people anyway, I feel like it shaped my, what my interests are, the music I like, the food I eat, stuff like that. Because I look at my sister, and she's the complete opposite because she's the only Ghanaian in her like friendship group. So not saying she's not as Ghanaian as me, but I can tell how her interests and stuff are based on her friendship groups, if that makes sense. In comparison to like how it was for me.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. And you know what I think has massively not helped, but like, again, when I was growing up, being African, Afrobeats, all that stuff wasn't really like a thing, if that makes sense. Whereas now, it's so in fashion, it's trending, it's clout, it's everywhere, innit? So I feel like, again, that's kind of impacted, I feel like that's massively impacted the culture. So it's like you naturally kind of pick up more things to do with culture and tradition because we're heavily surrounded and influenced by it. Do you get what I mean?
So if you stayed in, let's just say, this white area,
Yeah. I mean, I'm still in the same area, but it's become a lot more ethnic now compared to before.
Exactly. So let's just say it remained the same and you grew up like to the age you are now.
Yeah.
And there was no real, you know what I'm saying, people coming in. How do you think you would view your identity as a Ghanaian woman?
I think it'd still be the same just because of my household.
Okay.
And growing up, I went to Ghana, like I went back home quite a lot because my mum went home a lot. Does that make sense? So she took me quite a lot. But then when I think about it, I went on my own at like 21.
Okay.
And back then, it wasn't a thing that we did, you know what I mean? But my brothers were going and they're older than me and that's what I mean by like this whole Dirty December thing's been happening for years because they used to go.
Yeah.
So on one of their trips, I went and my whole viewpoint of it changed my life. Like I just thought, oh my gosh.
I wish I had that, man. When my nan came over here, she was cussing Jamaica. She thinks she came over here to go back.
Yeah.
She didn't want to go back. And then now my mum started doing that as well. 'Cause my mum used to go when she was young and travel for herself and all that, yeah. And now we like doing family holiday. I'm saying, right, come and go Jamaica. She's like, I don't want to go Jamaica. Like, I'm like, what's wrong with you? So like, let's go home. What are you talking about? I don't know what happened or what they're doing. But my mum and my nan, the way they're moving, they don't want to, they're not trying to do all that. They don't want to go back to Jamaica. Like they left in it. Like you know what I'm trying to say. It's messed up.
That reminds me of an episode of, I think it was Desmond's, right? And obviously, you know, they came here during a particular time, innit? But they always had the aspiration to go back home, innit? Build a house back there and move during retirement. And I think Desmond got to the point where he's like, yo, I'm done here now, innit? He said to his wife, it's time for us to go. And she wasn't on it. She was like, all our kids are here. Everything, our new life is here. What really is back home for us? Yes, we had that dream. But it's like, really, is there any point in us going back home being alone? Yes, we got extended. We ain't seen them for years. You know what I'm saying? At this point, they're kind of just distant friends. Compared to here, we've got a new set of friends who are close to you. You've got children, you've got grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? So things kind of change. And this is basically where I want to go with it. And I'm glad you mentioned that, Marks, right? Because it's like, it sounds like your mom, your grandma are more so thinking assimilation. You know what I'm saying? Not that you don't want to be known as Jamaican, right? But there's no real desire to necessarily say, I want to keep on the practices or the identity of Jamaica and go back there and be like a Jamaican.
Yeah, no.
It's more so, I'm Black British.
Yeah, my mum, well, I can't speak for my nan, but my mum definitely don't have that aspiration to, like she is what she is, she's from where she's from, we are Caribbean culture and all that, but there ain't nothing in that wants to say, like, yeah, we're Jamaica. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? No chance, no.
And so this is why I ask you guys, do you feel like you're conscious and making intentional decisions to integrate as opposed to assimilate? Because with time, isn't it the natural order of things that we just assimilate? Because if, for example, we're taking on the practice of people, right? And then we don't pass on like our religion, our language, our culture properly, right? Look, have you been to traditional Yoruba weddings and stuff like this, right? But you know, like the proper traditional ones where, let's just say it's at a house or forget a house.
Like the
Could be
knocking.
Thank you.
Right.
The knocking, everything that's said, right? And typically a lot of time you have to go and get someone
to translate.
To translate, but you have to get somebody.
Oh, like an elder
who knows the tradition.
Yeah, it can't be anyone.
Thank you. To actually carry out the practice, you know what I'm saying? After our generation, who you getting?
Well,
but then,
are you gonna
Go.
go?
No, I was gonna say, but this is again why it's about making a conscious effort, though, innit? So I'm that person who's always said, I want my kids to be able to speak Tree, and my Tree's not great.
Yeah.
So my friend does it. My friend actually does. He goes Yoruba classes like twice a week, and I was like, I'm gonna do tree classes because I'm not beginner. I turn more intermediate, but I want to be advanced, and I want to be able to speak it to my kids.
Exactly.
And when I have kids, I want my mum to speak to my kids in tree, so they don't lose that dialects and culture. Because I'm like, after me, it's a wrap.
That's what I'm saying.
Realistically, it's done.
100%.
No, but when I think
No,
about
I wasn't
it,
even laughing at you.
Yeah.
Someone said, would my mum like to grow old and retire in Jamaica? And it just made me laugh because you didn't listen to a word I said.
Oh.
She ain't going back to Jamaica. She don't want to go there for a holiday.
When you say go back, was she born in Jamaica?
You know what? All her things was, she was, my nan was pregnant with her when she come over, I think.
so that's maybe probably why then.
But she's been going back in Jamaica from her kid. Like she's been going to Jamaica. She's been in Jamaica bare times. Like she's been doing all that, and then I don't know for whatever reason, she decided it's not a Jamaica thing no more. I'm always in connection with the family and Brown Lady and our aunties and all that. Like my other sister moved off to Cayman Islands. We've had the kids come over and live with us. We bring our family over from Jamaica and now they're in England now and stuff like that. Like,
The community's in England.
huh?
The community's in England.
Yeah. She don't have no desire to go home and do stuff like that. But I was saying, I've said it before. Like the culture will get lost, didn't it? Like you know what I'm trying to say. Like I grew up with my nan. My nan's never lost her accent. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, and as much as she was over here, she never lost her Caribbean ways, innit? Like, you know what I'm trying to say. So all that stuff that is instilled in, like I grew up with all of that. Now she's gone. My mum's not like her. It's a watered down version of her. So my kids growing up, their grandmother is going to be different to what my grandmother was. It's more English, innit? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's a different experience. So it's getting lost, innit? We get lost over the generations, like what you're saying.
Is it lost?
Kind of. Well, my son's not going to experience what I experienced growing up with my nan. Even though he's got his nan, but they're different.
Yeah.
They're different people. She was a Caribbean woman. My mum's a British woman by now. Like. Yeah.
Right.
Diluted. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's still lost. You get what I mean? Like it's not the same experience, isn't it? And the more that goes through generations, the more it's gonna go and go and go.
Yeah. Because there's so many things that's distinct, like to every culture, to every group of people. You know, like I mentioned, the trad weddings, for example, funerals. You know what I'm saying? Naming ceremonies, all of these things.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, Ghanaians can keep funerals.
But you know, sometimes though, aren't things watered down just because of the times? For example, you might go back home, and even back home, certain practices and certain practices might be watered down, and that's the place of origin.
They're coming,
let alone being over here. But that's what speaks of time evolving.
Back home, they are becoming a lot more Western anyway.
Yeah, and they
just in general.
Yeah, they adopt things from the West and integrate it into where they live.
Point.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
it's even starting from there, to be fair. So
But again, these are that's almost like integration / assimilation. Like, I'm trying to think of a better word to kind of describe this. But it's a similar type of process. But I think a lot of that is due to colonialization. You know what I'm saying? And all them type of things there. Like, and obviously the impact of the presence of the West throughout the entire world and stuff like this.
yeah.
But for us, they still have their identity. Like, they won't struggle with carrying on their culture. Yes, they add in other, things here and there. And to be fair, some of them are kind of just whitewashing completely. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to speak their original language at home. Like, people born back home don't know how to speak the language that live there.
I've never come across anyone like that though. Like, I've never actually come across anybody who lives in Ghana who doesn't understand Tree, who's like
No, sorry,
born and
they
raised.
can understand, but
or doesn't speak Tree, who's born and raised
Yeah.
in Ghana.
there's even some people Nigeria as well.
Really?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, they can speak it, right? But they may be able to speak it like maybe me or somebody here. Like, where it's like how we speak English should be the way you speak at a minimum.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
get
And
it.
that's not necessarily the case, because a lot of the time they put a lot of emphasis on speaking English.
But you know
speaking
what?
French.
Also, I've noticed as well though, yeah, there's a lot of people here who don't understand or don't speak their native language. And when I've asked them why, they say because their parents didn't want them to,
Yeah.
like, it's not whitewashing, but it's like, oh, my dad didn't want me to go to school with an accent, or my dad didn't want me to. So it's like, essentially, he wants you to become very British, or like,
It's ridiculous.
yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Like, and I feel like, let me not say something too crazy about that, but I don't know, I just feel like as the generations go on, it's different. Like, for example, when my grandparents grandparents moved to Ghana, right, there was a desire to keep Yoruba culture. This is why my parents, born and raised in Ghana, speak Yoruba. Everything's Yoruba. You know what I'm saying? But they held on to it, even though they're Ghanaian, right? Here, it's not the same. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. Even though we're talking about integration, is it a case where we're just assimilating?
But do you know what I think it is with him, why it's different though, yeah? Because your grandparents moving to Ghana, they're still going to be somewhat accepted in a country where they kind of look the same as everybody else. Okay. I feel like coming over here, we're in a white man's country, like there's a lot more hurdles that you're going to have to face. So essentially the easier way is to try and fit in. Does that make sense?
You're going to have to make more change.
You're going to have to make more change because ultimately even them looking at you already is, you look different to us. And then you sound different to us, and then you eat different. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's already this level of resistance.
Is that really? I 100% understand where you're coming from, but is that really the case? Is it not kind of the same thing, but the only difference is just the color? Because Yoruba is like Yoruba people is different to Akan people, right?
Yeah, of course.
And when you go there, you see the difference. They may not treat you like hostile, right? Because Africans are beautiful people, right? But there's still that difference there. You know what I'm saying? Where I think that maybe we're not seeing as the same because obviously you're kind of adding in the whole black and white element also. But when you go to another country, this is why you kind of form your own communities. You know what I'm saying? Like there was like a small Yoruba community in Kumasi and you know what I'm saying? In Techiman and certain places, right? Where you could thrive, you know what I'm saying? And keep your culture. But it's not necessarily the case. It's kind of the case here, but I feel like we're kind of making a decision on top of that to kind of be lax with passing on our culture so that in our generation, like you said, if you don't get married to somebody who speaks the language, who cares about keeping the culture, the next generation's done. They're Black British. And this is another thing, right? Thank God that I guess you can kind of claim your passports from your grandparents, right, in this country, right? If you look at Windrush generation now, say your grandparent came during the Windrush period, you can claim your Jamaican passport or whatever it may be because of them, right? But what about when it comes to a time where they've passed away, this and third, and you and your mum, for example, who didn't maybe get a Jamaican passport or doesn't have this other type of passport, right? And you can't claim that. So you're not a citizen, you don't have a passport of your native land. Do you have any right to say that you're Jamaican? Or to say that you're Nigerian or anything else?
What benefit is there to that though? What difference does that make, having the passport, having that book? Is it?
I guess you still have a place that I guess you can call home.
You can call anywhere your home.
You can't.
Where you rest your hat is your home.
No, not until they change the laws. I can go to Ghana now and have the same rights as Gina. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
which is the same rights as everyone in Ghana. You know what I'm saying? Because we've got a Ghanaian passport, we've got the ID card, we've got everything, dual citizenship. But once that's gone, we're visitors. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't intend to go back and live there anyway.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. So that means you intend to stay here and assimilate.
Are you going back to Ghana?
Eventually, 100%. 100%. Or Nigeria.
I didn't know you had a Ghanaian passport.
Who, me?
Yes.
I've said it many times on the show. Yeah,
This is so great. And a Nigerian one?
I don't. I don't have a Nigerian passport, no.
Okay. Never mind. That's why is it you said that you would go back to Ghana to live as opposed to Nigeria, and you corrected yourself?
No, I'm only saying that because I would live in Nigeria, to be fair. But in terms of the rights I may have on paper, I would have more rights in Ghana.
So what's your exit strategy look like? When you go in?
I guess it all depends on certain
No,
things.
because it's cool to just say this
No,
stuff.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't necessarily know, for example, if I'll retire at 60, if I'll retire at a particular age. That's why I'm saying that. But I definitely have in mind one day retiring, not even prior to retiring, right? Depending again on the trajectory of life, right? And the jobs you have and this and the third. I would love to get to a point where it's like, cool, I spend 6 months there, or 3 months there, 3 months here. 3 months there, 6 months
That's
here.
my goal.
That type
I
of
want to
thing.
be back. I want to be bi-coastal. I've said this from before though. So, and to be fair, that was my plan when I went the first time. So my plan was to be back and forth.
Go back and forth.
And then I got a job. now I'm here. I'm like, damn. Like literally. So, but no, being bi-coastal, being bi-coastal is the goal and the dream. My mum does it. She's been doing it. So,
Yeah.
taking a leaf out of her book.
So bearing these things in mind, yeah, Mark, Yusuf, Brent, like, long term, do you feel like your children or your grandchildren are just going to be Black British and not Nigerian and not Trinidadian, not Jamaican? And do you mind?
I think it depends. Well, you're talking about our kids or our kids' and
Both.
obviously I can only control what I instill into my kids in it, and hopefully they can instill those into their kids in it. So the hope would be that they hold on to some of the good values of my culture and practices, but you can't help because you live in the UK. So naturally you're going to adapt a lot of the culture and the values from here in it. But if you consciously, intentionally instill certain values in your kids and cultural aspects, then hopefully they take it on. If they don't, they don't.
I don't mind. I feel like ideally I'll just spread my seed around the world, and do and do God's work and just populate. So my kids are going to be from all nations under the sun, and just what I'm saying.
Mm.
Yeah. So
I find it interesting because I'm a product of a displaced people as a Trinidadian. Do you understand? So, man, you asking me?
Yes.
Am I now looking to care about what my children or children's children are now going to be after the fact? I believe that I can take Trinidad wherever it I go and set up.
yeah.
Do you understand?
Really? Are you sure?
Well, you all just kind of joked about a particular community that
yeah.
remains themselves even though they are in different places around the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they make a conscious effort to do that. Why can't I do the same? I'm aware that my children's children would need to be taught certain things about the culture in which it is that they have descended from. But it's on us and I guess my children to do that for their children, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it is I instill in them the importance of this at every single turn, if at any opportunity I look to take them back as frequently as possible, if we look to make sure the cuisine that we basically cook with in the household is the same, the traditions, I don't know why it's difficult, especially seeing as we live in a world that's so connected now. Why can't we keep that? 100%. And again, like I said, I'm a product for displaced people. So it's a bit different hearing you ask me that than anything else.
Okay. Why you say that though?
Because I know that should I be feeling as though I am disconnected from where my lineage is from, Emmanuel? Because I now identify as Trinidadian and not I'm Nigerian. I don't say that, right?
Yeah.
So it has now taken a different turn for me. And now you want me now to say this is the be all and end all. The future shouldn't be what they want it to be, but more so what I want it to be.
I'm gonna come back to that, Brendan.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good
who's
morning.
speaking?
How are you?
It's Tyler.
Yes, Tyler. You right?
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I'm thinking, don't you think it's impossible to keep the same level of your culture once you've been over here a certain amount of time?
That's pretty much what I'm saying to the guys in the room. That look how difficult it is to kind of keep a hold of that. And are we conscious of trying to? Because if we're not even conscious of trying to, surely within a generation or two, max, you would have assimilated and you're no longer what you claim you are today. You know what I'm saying? Because again,
yeah,
like
because
you guys, go on, Tyler.
Because I'm Jamaican by way of my mum, who was born here, and my grandparents, who was born in Jamaica. And so slowly I can see it's been watered down years upon years.
Yeah.
I cannot be as Jamaican as my grandparents were. It's impossible. Being there so long.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So Tyler, yeah, do you mind that do you mind that you can't identify or don't identify fully as Jamaican like your grandparents, right? And do you mind that maybe in 2 generations you won't have that same, like your grandchildren won't have that same connection. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, at most they'll be able to say they're Black British, but they won't be able to say they're Jamaican. Like you're saying you're Jamaican.
Not really, because I feel like us here as like Black people, like we've built our own culture here, kind of. So they will have our new culture, which is now integrated with all the other stuff. Like with the English, with where we came from.
Yeah, I hear you. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I guess just being a human being, right? You just have a culture in it, because everyone kind of, no man's an island. You kind of just belong to a particular group that you're around, that community in it. So you're gonna have a culture, right? But the culture that we kind of, at least I feel that we kind of hold dear, right? And say that we belong to, in a couple of generations, it's gone. And do we mind that? You know what I'm saying? Like everyone in the room, like you said, right? If you're abroad, Marks, yeah, or even here, pardon me, right? Someone asks you where you're from, you say Jamaica. Yusuf, you say I'm Nigerian. Gina say I'm Ghanaian. You know what I'm saying? Like in 2 generations' time, potentially, the question will be, what do you mean where I'm from? Like, you know, the answer will be, what do you mean where I'm from?
Yeah.
I'm British.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And at maximum, just like, again, no disrespect, but just like the African Americans, where it's like, yo, I'm not African. Don't say I'm African. Even West Indians, I'm not African. I'm this new place. I'm American of African descent. Are we okay with that, pretty much? That's what I'm saying. And are we conscious that that is pretty much going to be our fate?
But how come that energy is towards the African Americans, but not towards the Jamaicans? Is it because what's the difference? Is because they've been given the country and it's theirs now, something like that? Because obviously it's populated by Africans.
Yeah,
it's the same thing, innit? It's the same thing, innit?
Exactly the same thing.
You know what I'm trying to say? And they do the Jamaican thing and whatnot, but it's the same shit, innit? So why is the energy different?
I think because in Jamaica, in West Indian countries, right? Brent can maybe correct me if he feels I'm wrong. I feel like you're kind of in the country by yourself. You've made a new thing. It's kind of like us just being in a particular place and say, yo, this is our stomping ground. This is us. But in America, you're with other people, and now you speak like them. There's an effort to dress like them, to get their jobs, to marry their women, to have kids that look like them, or whatever it may be. There's something that you kind of attach yourself to. But in Trinidad, in Jamaica, it's kind of like you're just there by yourself, and you made up your own new thing, like any other people would do if they moved to a different land. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I see it.
Okay, fair enough. I'll say that.
And last thing I was going to say, yeah, because again, I was watching something, and I know sometimes we talk about the whole assimilation thing, right? But, sorry, and the integration thing. Apparently, yeah, and let me get up the stats, and let me see if people are kind of thinking about these things. Because again, yes, we talk about the culture aspect of it, but what about the impact on our lives, right? And according to the UK average life expectancy by race, right? Black African women, life expectancy is 88 years old, 88.9, right? Black African men, 83.8. Asian other, 84.5. White and mixed women, 83.1. And white and mixed men, 79. So there's a whole 10 years, right, average between Black African women and white and mixed men, and also almost 10 years between them and white and mixed women. So it's almost like, are we aware that, for example, if we assimilate and we take on the practices of this culture, where there's a lot more a lot more alcohol consumption than back home, a lot more smoking here than back home, and all those other things that kind of reduce your life expectancy, that this is potentially our fate also. Are we also thinking about that? Because these are some of the things that
ain't nobody sparing a thought for that.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. So why is it that we're not? Should we start? Because none of us want to die early. You know what I'm saying?
What's the question?
It's not really a question, really. To be fair, it's more so like a little statement thing. But I'll say it again for you.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, right, with the whole, if you look at the life expectancy of by race, the highest Black African women, 88.9.
Yeah.
Then Black African men, 83.8.
Yeah.
Asian men, 84.5.
Yeah.
White and mixed women, 83.1.
What's Asian women? You didn't say Asian women.
It's not on the list for some reason. Yeah, they just left it out. But yeah, White and mixed women, 83.1. White and mixed men at the bottom, 79.3. So what I'm basically trying to say is, the more we take on these people's culture, their way of life, and things of that nature, potentially our fate will be theirs. We'll share the same thing because we'll be doing the same things. We'll be drinking a lot more. We'll be part of our culture. It's not like that back home. You have palm wine, chill, relax. You don't go on and do crazy hookah and
It
crap.
depends in certain parts.
But I was gonna say though, do you know
certain parts
what?
of Africa, they
That's
drink
what I
a
was saying.
lot.
Have you seen Southern Africans?
Yes. But
Because they Southern Africans. You lot are the MVPs. Because wow,
that's true, yeah. But I don't think it's necessarily a cultural thing where like everyone takes it on like it is here,
bro.
We're smoking.
Okay, no.
If we're talking
Southern
about drugs and alcohol,
Africans.
bruv, it's rife in Africa.
I wouldn't
bro.
say
No,
drugs, but
to the
Southern
degree
Africans
of
and
hair.
alcohol.
It's not the same. To the
I
degree
feel
of
like
hair.
it's.
The thing
I feel
is,
like it's
we-
big drinking over there. Like drinking.
We can't sit here and talk about what everyone does in Africa because we don't know, innit?
Mm.
But,
No, not everyone.
but
yeah.
I believe that drinking and taking drugs isn't exclusive to the West.
The West.
It happens,
No,
it happens in Africa too.
100% it does. I'm just trying to say, in terms of it being the culture, like, do you go back home and just say, I'm going to go to the pub? Back home, like that? Like
You go to a
here?
shop-
No,
Like
but
here, that's what I'm saying.
but they have their own alcohol spots.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. But again, is it to the same degree as
The
here?
chat is saying it's worse.
Yeah,
This is what I'm
I don't-
saying.
I don't think.
E-man, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. You're forgetting about chop bars and all those
Yeah.
places that
Yeah.
they drink beer. You're talking about pubs, right? And obviously, I
Yeah.
feel like Africa has its version
They
of
have
pubs.
their equivalent.
People go and drink stout and Guinness and stuff on a normal in Africa. You don't even need to leave your house to go and drink.
Listen, I
these
remember
things.
when I went to Nigeria, I went to my uncle and aunt's house. They were drinking like no one's
Stella
business.
Tour.
In the house.
Yeah.
No one's business.
No, like honestly, and I feel like I'm not gonna sit here and I don't think the
Yeah.
West is worse when it comes to alcohol consumption. I don't know if it's I'm not saying Africa's worse, but it's not. You're making it seem as if over here we're so.
Okay, all right. Put it this way: why is it that those of us who come from back home come here and live a lot longer?
I
Because the standard of living is
I
better.
think it's more. It's not just an alcohol thing or drug thing. Yeah, I'm talking about even food. Quality of food over there
Quality of living is better.
is better. Quality of living is better. The sun, you've got. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. It's a lot. I feel like it's a lot more natural.
But Gina, I'm not talking about over there. I'm talking about those of us who come here. So we're here, right? I'm not talking about Black African women back in Africa.
Okay.
Here in Britain. Why is it that we're living that much longer? To me, right, in my house, right, my mum, 100%.
Okay, but
Hold on,
obviously,
hold on. What's your point? People who move here live longer.
Yeah, the Black African, the Black men, African men, this, that, and the third. We live like we have a better life expectancy
Here.
than those. Yeah, here than the white people here.
Okay.
And the mixed people here. So I'm saying,
Yeah, but that's
it's because I got the
but-
black man blood in me. That's why.
But isn't that clashing with your point about it being worse here in regards to alcohol and stuff, though? Because you're essentially saying that.
that's what I'm saying to you. But what I'm trying to say is, with time, because we haven't assimilated yet.
Yeah.
Remember, we're still first, second generation.
Yeah.
But eventually, when we fully do, right, and our identity is kind of gone, and we take on the whole, I'm gonna go and link Phil and Tom in the pub. I'm gonna go and watch the game there. Like to me, right now, again, maybe everyone's household is different, but in my house, right, my parents didn't drink, right?
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Like back home, of
Do you know
course,
what
we
it
got
is?
people. Like my
I get-
uncle
do you know
drinks
what-
back home. Like
but do
crazy.
you know
You
what
never
I
had
think-
an alcohol cabinet.
In my house? No.
But do you know what? Let me tell you why. Yeah, were your parents Christian?
Yeah.
So this is the thing, right? Remember, for a lot of us, growing up in religious households, alcohol was seen as a sin, right? So, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of us growing up, unless your parents were quite liberal, but if they were traditional and religious, you weren't drinking alcohol in your house. You weren't having alcohol in your house. Like, I've got aunties and uncles who have parties, and because they're like, a lot of their friends are from the church, they can't serve alcohol at the party, or like it would be on a slide. You know what I mean? Because it's frowned upon. Do you get what I mean?
That's
So
what I'm
I've-
trying to say to you.
Okay,
frowned upon. That's
Fair
what I'm
enough.
saying.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah, I think culture. Yeah, in that sense, I see what you mean, but because I see how they live back home,
yeah, that's true.
they're outside, man.
Again, like maybe I said this in a wrong way. 100%, they have the equivalent back home. To me personally, I don't think back home though, the culture of drinking and smoking is like it is here. I really don't believe that. Right?
I think it is equivalent or could be worse.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. It's definitely not smoking to me. Back home.
Yeah.
No, so basically,
As much as here?
No, I agree. They're definitely not smoking as much as they are over here. But I was rattled when I went to
Oh,
Ghana.
no, when you smoking, you talking about cigarettes? You talking
Yeah,
about weed?
yeah,
You
Yeah,
talking
cigarettes.
about-
Cigarettes and stuff.
I was talking about weed.
No, I said cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of that, again, lung cancer and all them type of things that happen to a lot of white people in this country. Like all of this thing cuts your life expectancy. So I'm basically saying the more we kind of stay here, where it becomes kind of normal for black people, our generation, the generation after us, to kind of be just smoking, drinking, it's regular, right? Surely, like, we're going to have the same fate. And do we care about that? Because these are some of the things that come along with assimilation. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
But the thing is, we had no choice in the matter, innit? Our parents came here and had us here, so, I mean,
Yeah, but you having choice in how you think. You don't go to the pub.
yeah.
Do you know what I think it is though?
Do
I
you?
think a lot of
What's that?
You don't go to the pub.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So you do have a choice. Like you're not
But-
like even though your parents brought you here, and like you're
I know,
not
I'm not-
indulging in it.
I'm
You
not,
get what I
talking,
mean?
I'm not talking exclusively about drinking alcohol.
Okay.
I'm just talking about in terms of integrating or assimilating.
but I
Yeah,
think,
but I make an active effort. I go to the pub.
Yeah.
I think though, yeah, I think a lot of it is cultural though too. Do you get what I mean? Because going into the pub, like I think this supports your argument. Going to the pub is not like a black thing to do.
I'm saying.
So for us, growing up, it's not something we were used to or like was the norm.
Yeah, but you don't have
That's
to go
what
to
I'm
the pub to
saying.
drink alcohol. You can go to
No,
the
I
pub.
know, but what I'm saying is, what, to have a bag of chips or crisps? Is it? I'm just thinking of East. Whenever I think of a pub,
No, but what I mean is, you
I
don't
literally
have to
think
go.
of East Enders.
You don't have to go to the pub to drink
I've always
alcohol.
seen black men in the pub though. I'm from East and South East London and that. Again, it's probably just the influence, isn't it? It's the
With time. But because like you won't find my dad in the pub.
Yeah,
Would you
what's-
find your dad in the pub?
But what's the
But
issue?
we would go to the
But
pub.
what's the issue here?
I could see my dad in the pub.
But what's the issue? Drinking alcohol
Because he's been here longer.
or being in a pub? Like what's the problem? Is it which one are you going for? Is it being in a pub and integrating into British culture or drinking alcohol?
I'm guessing it's the pub because everybody drinks alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? I'm guessing the problem is the going to the pub and integrating into that British culture.
Because the more you frequent the pub, the more likely you're going to drink. You know what I'm saying? It's more likely.
No, but the more you think at the club, the more likely you're gonna drink.
That's true.
I don't
Yeah.
understand what the
Yeah, but
We just have a different place that we go to
Yeah.
to do the same thing. But
black people drink too. They just don't go to the pub to drink.
But then, but the difference is though, yeah, going to the pub is something that you do on a daily basis, and it's a lot more regular.
Yeah.
The club isn't. So, for example, like you can go to the pub Monday to Friday after work, even at lunchtime. Look at the Queen Vic; it was always open from morning to evening. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but people can go to their house and drink every single day.
no, I'm just talking about pub culture.
No, I know, and that's why I was in my head. The conversation should be around integrating it into British culture by going to the pub as opposed to just drinking alcohol. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
can
don't
drink alcohol
think-
in
yeah,
your
of
house
course,
every
yeah.
single day if you want to. It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear it. I hear
Yeah.
it.
So if it's a case of let's not go to the pub because you become more British, then I think that should be the argument.
all right, cool. Well, I feel like we spoke about this in great detail. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the topic of the day today, man.
All right, then let's get into some more headlines.
All right, so the owner of Bud Light, took a hit to its sales after US boycott of the brand sparked by its work with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney, right? Brewing giant AB InBev said that sales in the US fell more than 10% this spring as demand for Bud Light lager plunged. The brand faced a wave of attacks after it sent a personalized can of beer to Miss Mulvaney for an online post. However, the Belgian-based owner AB InBev said that performance overall was better than many analysts had expected. Outside of the US, Budweiser sales jumped nearly 17% compared with last year. Next headline takes us to a situation where a husband and a wife, cybercrime team, right, have pleaded guilty to trying to launder $4.5 billion of Bitcoin that he had stolen in a hack in 2016. So Heather Morgan and Isla Lichtenstein were arrested last year in New York after police traced their riches back to crypto heist. And while evading the police, Morgan masqueraded as a rapper and a tech entrepreneur. And as part of a plea deal, Lichtenstein admitted that he was behind the hack. The couple both pleaded guilty to money laundering, but Morgan pleaded guilty to an additional count of conspiracy to defraud the United States. And in spite of attempting to cover up her crimes, Morgan published dozens of expletive-filled music videos and rap songs filmed in locations around New York under the name Razzlekhan, right? And the next headline, trigger warning here, And a neo-Nazi paedophile who previously avoided a prison term has been jailed after committing further offences. Harry Blake, who's from southwest London, was given a suspended sentence in 2020 by admitting 14 terror charges. On Thursday, the 21-year-old was sentenced to 3 years and 2 months in jail after pleading guilty to a counter-terror order breach, as well as making an indecent image of a child. Passing sentence, an Old Bailey judge said that he posed a significant risk. Blake also pleaded guilty to possessing extreme pornography and breaching the crime prevention order and the terms of his suspended prison sentence. Previously known as Harry Vaughan, he's the son of a House of Lords clerk and achieved high grades at his grammar school and things of that nature. But Blake's phone contained videos of the violent forcing of a sex act on a woman and a film of a young boy being sexually abused by a man. A bunch of sick stuff, man, that this guy pretty much had on his person. But that's it for the headlines, man. It's time to pay them bills.
Yep, and now it's definitely time to get into the interview part of the show.
All right, people. So we told you a lot earlier in the week that we got a special guest, right? This guy is killing it at the moment. I'm going to give him...
Just a mic. Bring it down a bit. Yeah,
Thank you. Like I said, this man's talented. He's killing it at the moment. You know what I'm saying? He's got crazy momentum. And he decided to come in and bless us with his presence, man. I'm going to give him an opportunity to introduce himself.
Yo, what's up, my people? It's your boy Savage.
Savage. Big up, Savage.
Welcome. That sound as
Why? When did you get that, please?
I'm just adding in suspense.
Because it's annoying.
That's why I'm going to keep using it.
Oh, here they are.
All right. So, how are you today, man?
I'm okay. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm right. I can't complain, man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you coming through.
All right. The first thing, what we like to do with all our guests, right? We like to kind of put them through a round of questioning. It's going to be a game, right?
Okay.
You're going to hear some music in the background, so you're going to feel at home, comfortable, right? And we're going to ask you a bunch of questions. Some of them are going to be like preference questions. There's no right or wrong.
Okay.
But others, there's right or wrong, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go around the room. Like I said, he's going to play the music. We're going to ask you questions. And yeah, man, we're going to see how it goes.
Okay, let's get it.
Are you guys cool? Are you ready?
Just put those headphones on so you can actually hear the music.
Yeah. Hold on a sec.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, actually, I think you might need to go around there. Sorry.
Small technical difficulty.
You guys ready, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Savage, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
No pressure. All right. Start in 3, 2, 1.
Texting or calling?
Texting.
Watch it or consummate are dishes from what country?
Pardon?
Watch it and consummate are dishes from what country?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Who is the most powerful woman in America?
Michelle Obama.
What country did Ampiano originate?
Paris, France, I think.
Am I piano?
Am I piano?
Yeah.
Oh, South Africa.
Okay. APC or PDP?
My dad is PDP.
What Jamaican artist would you find in every cinema? Sounds hard.
Popcorn.
Yes! Yes!
21 Savage was born in what city?
In London.
Well done.
Is that it, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool, because I got lost.
Yeah. You had 2 questions twice.
Who, me?
No, you man.
Was it? Okay. All right, man. Well, you kind of did all right.
No, he did. He did.
Yeah, you got a tough one. The popcorn one.
Yeah, the popcorn one. I didn't
Yeah.
think you were going to get it.
Yeah.
So well done.
All right.
Good job.
All right, man. So let's just get into it, man. So, how long you been in London for?
This time I was here for 1 week, but last time I was here I was for a month because I was on tour with Zinoliski.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been enjoying yourself here?
Yeah, I love it here.
Okay, the lady's been treating you well?
What do you like about it? Why do you love it here?
Because it's easy. I can walk easily. Like nobody knows me in the streets.
Okay,
Like,
fair
it's
enough.
Easy.
They say back home is crazy.
Sorry, celebrity. We are sorry.
How come you swerved the girl when you got someone at home?
Pardon?
You swerved the girl question and asked if they were treating you nice a bit.
Well, I'm married to the game.
Now, Brent, that sound is so annoying.
So for people who are not kind of familiar with your music and you know who you are, how long have you been active for?
Since 2021, but it's been amazing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
A quick ascension.
Yeah, well, I started off with a musical group when I was pretty young in secondary school.
Yeah.
With my friends. It was called Team Naughty.
Team Naughty.
Yeah. So my parents used to beat me a lot. They didn't want me to go into music.
That's definitely a name
You have to
made
be
in
an
Africa,
engineer. Stuff like that. So we got into uni. Everyone went their different ways. But I started off professionally in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. My first single was Confident with Buju.
Okay.
And it just went crazy afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a sick tune, man.
Yeah.
I really like that tune, man. So you said you went to uni. Did you actually go to uni and do engineering?
I dropped out.
So what did you have to say?
So, I wrote for the exam for engineering, but the school lost accreditation at Out Ere. So they moved me into mathematics. I was going crazy the first 2 years. Yo.
What do you call it? You had a listening party.
Yes.
Right? On Wednesday, right?
Yes.
How was that?
It was amazing, and the turn up was crazy. Like, yeah, it was really amazing. I didn't expect a lot of people to come, so we're actually looking for seats for people to sit.
Sick. Okay. So in terms of like making this album, how long did it take to make the album?
Over 1 year and some months, but it took us our blood and sweat to put it together because I wouldn't say I was even ready, but just imagine you put out the first sound and it just goes crazy.
And then you have to deliver. That's pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And we just had to lay back a little bit and work. Yeah,
How long has the
get it
album been out
together.
now? About a month now, coming up, son.
Pardon?
The album been out for
On the
about
7th of this month. Last month, sorry.
Yeah. What's the feedback been like?
It's been amazing. On Spotify, it's over 2 million already.
That was good, man.
Yeah, it's a solid album.
Yeah. I played it a couple times yesterday. Really like it.
So making a rotation?
No, definitely make quotation. I think for me right now, your body,
Yeah.
concussion, and your waist.
Oh, dope,
Concussion,
dope, dope,
defo.
Those are my two favorites.
I'm a piano babe, so when I heard the instruments, I said, yeah, this is my bag.
Yeah, it's amazing. Concussion is dope records, doing crazy.
Yeah.
Doing crazy.
It's dope. Do you feel like, with the resurgence and the popularity of Amapiano, did you feel like you had to make an Amapiano song? It felt like if you're an Afrobeat artist these days, if you come up with an album, you have to include a few Amapiano songs because it's the popular sound at the moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's because it's popular, that's why I put it out. It's just, when I want to make music, it's just the vibe, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the vibe. And that day we heard the beats, it was dumb.
Yeah.
Like, what was this?
Yeah.
We just had to make it work.
But naturally, you kind of go with what's popular, like, and what the vibe is, right?
So I'm kind of versatile. I rap, I sing. So if you listen to the album, you see a bit of hip hop, Afrobeats, and my piano. So, you know, we're just moving, finessing.
Yeah. No, it sounds dope, man. I like it.
I have a random question. Your name is Savage. Where'd you get the name from?
The streets, my friend.
The streets. Do you care to elaborate? Is it the girls?
No, the girls are among the guys too, because I'm straightforward. I'm blunt.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like to cut through corners. So I just say things the way they are. Like, yo, bro, come on, take it easy, boy.
I'm scared of you.
Was there any reservation to call yourself Savage because of T.Y. Savage? Because when I first searched you yesterday, T.Y. Savage came up.
I tell you.
I had to dig a bit deeper to find you.
Well, I've been answering that name since high school, so everyone knows me as Savage,
Okay.
Savage, yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
So you're known in the streets of Worry.
Yes,
That's where you're from, innit?
Asaba, Worry, ABK, like Ugot Delta stays locked in. Yeah, because I lived in Worry, I lived in Ugele, Asaba. So my dad was like moving around.
Okay. So like, what's
But our resident Jamaican, he said, "Where's that?"
Yeah.
I was just making sure. You get me? I knew it was. I was just double checking with you.
Like for people who have never been to Warri, right? What's it like compare it to like Lagos, compare it to somewhere else that people are familiar with?
Lagos is soft life now. Warri is tough. You have to be tough to live in Warri. Yeah, you have to really be tough to live in Warri. Yeah, for real.
It's true, 'cause I heard like in Warri, like
Yeah, that's the
everyone,
streets
the
for
hustlers.
Warri. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like Warri is actually really tough. Like it's a ghetto. If you live in Warri, I think you can live anywhere if you live in Warri. Actually, yeah.
You can live in Hackney.
You can live anywhere. Warri, that's like, it's like Atlanta, like where the shootings, the everything, like hazards.
Yeah.
Fun is there, life is there, but like it's still rough
It's
at the same
dangerous,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where you're living now.
That's where I was born. Yeah.
So are you you live in Nigeria though?
No, I live in Cape Town.
Oh,
Come
South Africa.
on.
Oh, okay.
okay. So what's Cape Town like then?
Beautiful, bro. It's like a fantasy that side.
Bunda,
Tell you, bro.
everywhere.
Serious.
This is why
It's
you're
natural.
savage.
Natural.
Because you live in
Natural
SA, you've seen the women there. This all makes sense.
Oh my god. I'm a good boy.
I said, oh my god.
Clip.
I couldn't ask actually.
Don't say go on.
Obviously, coming from a Nigerian background, what did your parents think or feel when you said you wanted to pursue music?
So after I left school, I went to SA. But before I went to SA, I was already selling jeans in school.
Okay.
So my dad used to give me his baggy jeans every time. So
Yeah.
I got fond of wearing big jeans and styling
Yeah.
them myself. Sometimes
Yeah.
I stitch it with needles.
Okay.
You know, because I can't afford to pay a tailor back then. So I moved. I just applied for the South African visa and it came out in 4 days.
Yeah.
So I just left school with my backpack and said I was going to SA. Yeah. So I went to a friend's, started my gym business. You know, so that they know me in South Africa from my fashion.
Yeah.
Before the music.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
And because of your parents, there was no resistance. There was no like, be a doctor, lawyer, all
But
that
this
stuff.
when you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. But I mean, when you're becoming successful and I mean, I called my parents like, yo, what's up? This is what I want to really do. This is me.
Yeah.
Except you guys want to hate me, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so they had to support. My parents are big heavy on my music, my fashion line. and
Okay.
everything, yeah.
Well, was there a particular turning point when they obviously at first they were pushing back
Yeah,
on
they
you?
disowned me. They told me go to the streets.
Yeah. So at what point did it change? When they saw that-
when I started making money off like my clothing brand, and
Yeah.
my
African
music,
parents.
yeah.
Oh, you got your
I
own
just
fashion
got,
line, yeah?
I got my own fashion line, service based couture. So I called my mom one day. I was like, "Are you guys not tired? Like, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, come on, I'm okay. It's not like I'm stealing, selling drugs or something.
Yeah.
You know." So I just called and she was like, "Okay, come home."
Yeah.
I went home. She prayed for me, like parents are
Yeah.
African parents are dramatic, But we just sorted it out. It wasn't really hectic. Much.
Do you know what I realized with African parents? Money is everything.
Yeah, of
You know? They
course.
don't care about
Yeah.
anything else but money. So like,
yeah.
if you don't go down and in their heads, you have to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, because those things, when they think about that, that's what gives you money.
And also at that time, those people were the people that actually were able to hold it down a little bit, like doctors, engineers, lawyers. So they wanted their kids to be like doctors.
But now we're in such a creative era
Yeah.
in life where like
Yeah.
people are making money from anything. So
Facts.
yeah.
And the media is making it easy for us to like connect.
yeah.
What did you get into first, music or fashion?
I started music way back, but I mean, what people know me as from first is the fashion before the music.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I started music with my friends, then stopped for a long time, then started off 2021 again. But at that time, the fashion business was already going for like 4 years already.
Okay.
This is your stuff, right?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's dope.
Let me see if there's anything.
You're only the second guy I've ever seen wear anklets as well. It's
like an African king. Egyptian king.
You're in fab still.
Big drip.
So you know, like your background, right?
Nice, you know.
Papa.
Yeah.
Very fresh.
So how do we get pieces? Do you ship over here?
Yeah. I have clients here, Dubai, all over here though. So, but we have not dropped in the last 8 months because we're focused on the album heavy.
Yeah.
But we're putting out a new collection sometime next month.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Are you signed? Unsigned or
No,
unsigned?
unsigned.
Is the goal to get signed or to be independent?
Well, it depends on the check
Yeah.
that comes and the deal.
I hear that.
Your background, like you said, being from Warri, right? Does that find its way in your music?
Yes, the way I speak, you definitely know I'm from the south side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But in terms of like the subject matter,
Mm,
you know, like Wizkid's got, Uzere Legba talking about where he's from, that type of thing.
yeah, like
Right.
for Oil, like there's a song in the album titled Oil. It actually portrayed like the Wari, the Delta nation, nation of me. Because I'm from Uzere, Isoko South.
Okay.
But I was born in Wari, which is
Okay.
like it was the capital of Delta State before they moved it to Asaba. So growing up in Uzere, I used to go stay with my grandmom because my parents thought like I was a rogue. So they were separating me from my kid, bro. Whenever it's coming from boarding school, go spend a holiday with grandma. So yeah, she raised me with like love, good vibes, and that was what I put in the album, love and good vibes.
So you see how you mentioned the thing about oil. Is that the same, like Delta is the same place where Ken Saro-Wiwa is from?
Yeah, in Uzere is the largest oil community in Nigeria, actually. Yeah, we produce over 57,000 barrels every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And ask, do you, would you say you have a particular brand of music? Like, what's your ethos like?
I call it Afro-Jiggy.
How do you describe it? What elements make up Afro-Jiggy?
Because it's like big boy tune. That's the classification I can name it. Cause like big boy tune, like makes you bop your head. Yeah, jiggy vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in terms of the subject matter, do you kind of veer towards lifestyle, girls, or just a kind of mixture of everything?
Mixture of everything: lifestyle, girls, life.
Yeah,
everything.
I hear that.
Where do you draw? Where does the like fashion sense come from? Is it like is it African? Is it European? Is it American? Is it a blend? Like what's your inspirations for the way
Yo, I think I was born this way because even when I look at my baby pictures, I've been dripping like since. Yeah, so sometimes I just open my wardrobe and look at stuff. Sometimes we just on Pinterest going through stuff, mixing designs together, being creative. Sometimes I buy a particular piece from Louis Vuitton, not because I really like the piece for myself, because I want to see how they made it, how to get creative ideas from the piece, It's just the nature and everything around. Africa is actually very beautiful. Like, travel to different African cities and like I've seen nature in different form. Like, you can get creativity from that.
Well, no, so why did you choose to go to SA anyway?
I just did not know. Even my friend was like, bro, don't go to SA. That women will get in trouble. I was like, yo, damn, bro, what's the worst that can happen? I've left school. So let me just try. If it's not good for me, I'll come back home.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
so
long-
that's that.
How long have you lived in SA for?
This year is going to make it 7 years.
Oh,
you've been
wow,
there for a
you've been there
while.
for time.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If I could move to any African country, I would move to, I've said it before, innit? I'd move to SA.
Yo, but SA will take your life away because it's so beautiful.
I've been twice, and both times I've gone.
Yeah,
by my
no,
neck.
it's Sodom and
It was a
Gomorrah.
bit treacherous. at the
Everything
same
is
time,
in
no?
there.
Yeah, but he lives in Cape Town, so Cape Town's a lot more like zen. I've been to
Yeah.
Joburg, and Joburg
Yeah,
is
Cape Town is so beautiful.
Joburg's been rough.
Plus, bro, Cape Town, South Africa, no. Sodom and Gomorrah. Bro.
Why you put the camera on me for?
You lying?
You were trying to find out where to go next, isn't it?
I want to go to South Africa.
Yeah, I was told SA is the spot.
Honestly,
You love it
it's
there. You love it there.
A1,
It's a vibe Monday to Monday.
but literally.
But there's a lot of trouble that happens in SA. too,
No,
right?
but that's what I'm saying. So I think it depends on where you go. So I've only been Joburg. I mean, I've gone Joburg. It has been a bit rough, but that's why Cape Town's like
Cape Town,
the next
yeah.
place I want to go.
Joburg is a bit rough. Yeah.
What other African cities have you been to that is like, cool, I love this place?
Kenya is cool, but they use old cars in Kenya. But like, I mean, it's cool. I've been to Rwanda, Kigali, beautiful out there. Ghana is hot. But yeah,
Even Ghana's hot.
yeah, Ghana is very, very hot. What? No
In
way.
comparison
Yeah,
to...
no, Ghana's hot.
Ghana is
No,
very
but
hot.
do you know what it is? I guess in my head, I assume all of Africa to be like, maybe it's because I'm used to it then, but I generally assume everywhere to be. When I went to Nigeria, it was hot.
Nigeria is hot, but Ghana, oh my God.
Really? When did you, like, around what like month did you go?
Last time I was in Ghana was last year, around. Did we go together? I think around March, April last year. Yeah, in Ghana.
Yeah, Easter is,
Yeah.
Easter's hot.
Oh, Ghana is hot. No ways. Ghana is hot.
In regards to your musical journey and your path to where you are now, do you have any kind of like big brothers in the game? Did you come up under anyone on the particular camp, or was you just been by yourself the whole time?
I've been by myself the whole time.
Okay. Have you formed any relationships with anyone?
Yeah, they're my friends. A lot of them are my friends.
Yeah.
I've been in Lagos. I'm a French guy too now. They want to be savage friends. Too.
Wait, I love African confidence. You know?
Yeah,
I just love it.
Is there anything on the cards? Any collabs on the cards with anyone of note?
Like collabs I haven't put out yet. So
Yeah, or anything that's been spoken about that's kind of in motion.
yes, Eriga's putting out his album right now, and there's a collab in there with myself and him. Eriga is like a legend from Delta State,
Yeah.
and he has a huge fan base that side
Nice.
too as well. So we have a collab coming, big tune.
Yeah.
Also my deluxe is coming next month. I have
Deluxe,
Ojumodu Black inside.
Yeah.
Also in I don't know if you know Will Gittins.
I've heard of him now.
Yeah, he's in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote Dreams for Chris Brown. You know the song?
Yeah,
he wrote the song.
Okay.
Most on his albums as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And besides singing, do you produce? Do you write?
Yeah, I write,
Yeah.
I sing as well, but
Okay.
I don't produce.
Okay. So in regards to your album, did you write everything on the album, or do you have help writing?
Yeah, I had writers, of course, on the album, but
Yeah.
I wrote some of the songs. Most of the songs, even with the writers as well,
Yeah.
we write together.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like to get my own melody and I also like to get my own words
Okay.
on the rap. So when someone that knows me hear my music,
Yeah.
they'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah. So this is what Savi says on a regular day.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your favorite song on the album?
I love all my babies.
Is Confident on the album?
No, Confident was on my previous,
The previous
album.
one, innit?
Yeah, Confident, Rosemary. I don't know if you've heard that with Vic Tony.
Yes,
Yeah. So Confident, Rosemary, just the two tunes, like, bro, amazing records. And like that was my first and second record I put out. So
Wow. Those are, so seeing that was your first record, yeah. How did you manage to get a big feature like that?
So I signed a management deal
Okay.
with Dapper Music.
Okay.
So I just told back then I just told him, bro, I wanted to get a song with Buju because I heard Buju's spiritual and it's just amazing. And Buju wasn't blown up when I got Confidence.
Okay.
But it's just God's timing. That's what I can say. Because he just put out Finesse. Is it Finesse? No, not Finesse. The song with Ladipo. Ladipo. The song was doing so well. And he also put out Outside. I was like, okay, let me just...
Yeah.
Cape Town was becoming boring. I wasn't doing anything besides my clothing brand. I was like, okay, let me just put out this record and see how it goes. I put it out. 5 days, 3 million. What is this?
In 5 days?
Yeah, it's over 40 million right now and still doing crazy numbers.
So after that happened, for you, it was a no-brainer. We have to shoot a video. We have to push it.
Yeah. After that happened, like a month later, I thought I should just put out another song without a video. So I put out Rosemary, and the same thing is happening. So I was, okay, I belong here then. Then we put out the videos, then we put out a body of work. Yeah.
Okay. So like in terms of like you being here in London, yeah, have you seen or mixed with some UK artists as well?
Not really, because we're here pushing the album this side.
Okay, cool. But I guess like from being in Cape Town, Nigeria, but you're still like know some of the UK artists, right?
Yes. My previous album I had Kojo and Kida on the album. So yeah.
What other artists from the UK would you want to do a feature with?
Dave, Central C. These guys are crazy. Don Doshavelli.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, I like Doshavelli.
We don't say his name around here. No, I'm joking.
You might want to, rethink that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tough. I think he's tough though.
I mean, Dave is.
David's a man.
Dave is the
Just
guy.
for your own brand.
Yeah,
Go with
man.
Dave.
Go with Dave. Yeah.
Go with
We
Dave.
care about you. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of your musical influences, though, like when you was coming up, like you said, you've been doing music for a while now.
Yeah.
Who was you listening to that made you say, you know what, I want to do this?
Koda Black, A$AP Rocky.
Serious? From back then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've listened to Kodak since he was pretty young.
Serious. Okay. What about like African artists?
Definitely it's Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy, because we growing up already popping youngins growing up. Like besides like Two-Face Idibia, Fela, and I was also listening to Wande Coe growing up as well because Wande Coe is a legend.
The 100%
He's a bad
legend.
guy.
Yeah. Okay. So like, what would you say? Because obviously Afrobeats is doing amazing right now, right?
Thanks.
People like, who would you say is the biggest artist right now? Afrobeats.
Burna Boy.
Okay.
It's number 2.
Yeah.
How do you rank it right now? Top 3.
I think Burna, Wiz, then David.
Okay.
because David is also doing amazing too. And like this is previous album. I think it's actually a timeless album because every tune has a different vibe and it's different bangers. Yeah.
Would you put Ashake fourth or would you put someone else?
Asake is actually there. Oh my god, Asake is there as well. Yeah, Asake is actually no. Okay, it's actually Bona, Asake, and Wiz. And then every other person comes, man. Maybe Davido, Shay Vibes is also killing it as well. Yeah.
Kiss Daniels.
Kiss Daniel is a legend as well too. Yeah. He's been doing. He's always dropping bangers. Anyways, Kiss Daniel. Yeah. He's always dropping bangers. Yeah.
Okay. You know how you mentioned how I guess your background and stuff kind of finds its way in your music and stuff. Yeah. You know, like especially back in the day, like you said, legends like Fela would always talk about his environment, right? Yes. And even Burna Boy did that with African Giant. Is that the type of route you would take as well, or are you less so about the social consciousness and more so about the vibes? And
we're getting there. All right. Also, we're also looking for like more attention before we can put out some of
those type of
you know. But on this album, track one also, my mom spoke my dialect on track one, Hosanna, I also showed like the fishing style because it said if you love fish, you get married to an Uzere man because we like fish a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Like you said, man, I love the album, man. Like hearing, I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect it to be that high quality. You know what I'm saying? No, I knew it'd be good, but I didn't, based on, Confident and, the other singles. But to hear it and just hear how cohesive it is and it makes sense and the quality, from the beginning.
Preach.
So well done for that, man.
Party vibes, fun vibes. Yeah, it's good, man. I listened to it a couple of times. And I like that it's short as well.
Yeah,
so I can just loop it. I can listen to it.
Appreciate you, bro.
A couple times over. I'm a piano queen. What's your thoughts on the piano songs?
No, I like them. This is the thing, because I'm a piano babe. Yeah. I naturally gravitated towards them. And I thought, this is my bag. So I enjoyed it. It's a good album.
Thank you so much.
What's the next single?
It's Money Language.
Money Language.
It's a banger. I think that's the best record I've had. Since,
Okay. Is Gangnam Style going to be a single? Or that single
I really like that song, by the way.
Gangnam Style, we shoot a video for it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's on the album,
That's with Victoni, right?
Yeah, with Victoni.
Yeah, it's a banger.
It's a banger. Is
there plans to tour next? Any shows coming up?
Yes, sir. I'm going to Lagos because we're starting up campus tours, club tours as well, just to push the album before we put out the deluxe.
Have you done any performances over here and stuff? Or just promotion?
No, this time I haven't done any performances. Though they wanted me on a gig tomorrow. I think Afro Play or something. But we have a shoot already planned in Lagos.
Okay.
So I'm flying to Lagos tonight.
Okay. Wow. You have to come back, man. Get some performances in, man.
For sure.
Do you enjoy performing?
I love performing. I love my job too as well. I love making music.
With energy, or are you just one of them WizKid performers?
Oh my god. I'm a beast on the stage.
Basically, are you Burner or Wiz is what he's saying.
I'm savage. I'm a beast on the stage.
No, but I can tell from his energy that he's more
your high energy,
Or on the Ashake side.
The savage side.
You don't think Wiz is a good live performer?
Oh, we've had this conversation, babes. You just want me to keep it up, innit?
No, it's not about clippers. It's about having it on.
No, do you know what it is? I just think, that Wiz is his type of performer, innit? Like, I can never go to a Wish and expect Burner. I know Burner's going to come and give me high energy
vibe,
and all good vibes and stuff. Wiz is going to give me, like...
shield vibes.
Not I think I'm too nice, but you know that, like... And it's not a disrespect. I'm not even dissing him, but he's just not going to give you the most, innit? Because he's just more chilled and relaxed and stuff. So I don't go to his concert. I'm not going to lie. I don't even look at the stage,
But the thing is because obviously every artist is different, innit? Some artists are high energy, some artists...
But that's what I'm saying. I accept
they're just calm, chilled,
But that's my point.
I don't expect WizKid to dance.
No, but
or to give me rah,
you know why?
Like,
but you know why?
Yeah.
Because when you look back at his old performances...
Oh, he used to do that.
Whining his waist like a whining person. What do you mean? What? Do you not see the video for like now, like they started bringing back his like throwbacks and stuff of how he used to perform.
Okay.
He also get dancers on stage with him and stuff.
What? Wiz used to whine his waist, man.
But his music's a bit less high energy now, isn't it? So I guess he's adapting to the sound, right? Of his music.
But if you're gonna have like an old school set, which most of the time he does, right?
Yeah.
And most of his old school songs are high energy.
Yeah.
At least in those moments, you can give us a bit more.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is, Sha.
I think they have different steez, different style,
Yeah.
different way of doing
Yeah.
their stuff. Wiz and
Yeah.
Burna Boy, like
Yeah.
it's just different. Burna Boy has jiggy style,
Yeah.
big Burna. Wiz is just more chilled right now because of the type of music he's making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think the ceiling is for Afrobeats, like in terms of the ascension, and even with yourself? Do you feel like you might have to change up your style, adapt your style, the same way, similar to how Burna Boy on his second album, was it second album, that he won the Grammy for?
Grammy for.
He kind of integrated a bit more different worldly sounds in it, just to get a bit more acceptance from America. Do you reckon you have to do that, or do you want to keep it strictly Afrobeats?
For sure, we definitely want to do that side for the business side of it, of course.
Okay.
But still, give our people what they love, regardless. Yeah.
I'm happy you admit that, because a lot of artists don't admit that they'll do certain things for business.
Bro, at the end of the day, we still want to share that, bro.
There you go. The truth.
Regardless of the
Yeah.
passion and everything.
Yeah.
Everything we're doing is still for the share that, regardless.
I hear that.
I wanted to ask you. You may not care too much about politics, right? I don't know. You have to tell me. You mentioned your dad is a PDP man, right?
Yeah, my dad's a politician.
Oh, serious? Yes. Okay. We won't mention his name. Right? We'll just say Daddy Savage. Right?
I like that. Daddy Savage.
But like, what do you feel about the current state of things in Nigeria, though?
Yeah, it's messy. It's too messy.
And do you feel like things are going to improve under Tinubu, or do you feel like you would have preferred Atiku?
No comments, please. But me, I'm not a fan of Tinubu or Atiku, or I just want good governance at the end of the day, because these guys, all of them are frauds. So we just, even as they're stealing from us, they should make things work regardless. Yeah. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
This guy does, because for Lagos, it made things function in Lagos.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They have 247 light in Lagos now, fiber internet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, good road.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Things are improving.
so, I mean, that's Tinubu for Lagos.
Lagos.
Yeah, I hope
But maybe he can do that for Nigeria.
so.
Do you feel like in terms of like
Well, you don't live there, right?
who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously I'm in tune with what's
Alright,
going
go.
on. To some degree. This is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying that he has to also go back there at some point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna go Ghana.
What I was going to ask you is, do you feel like, what was I going to say? In terms of things changing, remember since the whole SARS thing that happened,
Yeah.
do you feel like at least Nigeria's kind of turned the leaf and kind of want to, at least as a nation, want to put that behind them and kind of just improve on things?
Yes, after the NSAS, I think things improved a little bit in Nigeria in terms of security.
Okay.
Yeah, the cops don't really harass its citizens like they
that's
used
good.
to before
Yeah.
the NSAS, yes. Because that was one of the reasons youths were leaving Nigeria, because of the cops. Like, they just see me like this. They don't even want, before you say my dad is this, my dad have shot like 5 slap.
Wow.
You
See what I'm
understand?
saying?
And like, looks like they're kidnapping you. Like my friends, they took my friends to the bridge and to them to make a transfer, or they'll kill them.
Police.
Stuff. Yeah, in Nigeria, it was really that tough. To the extent where other people were not dressing in police uniform to harass citizens, because I mean that's the police nature normally. So yeah.
Wait, man are dressing up as the one time just so they can go and
Yeah,
take a picture.
they come, because the police now, they don't use, even the main police, they don't use the police vehicles to come pick you up. They come with like Corollas and some funny looking SUVs to just kidnap you, because that's kidnap. It's not like a proper arrest. They just want to like force you to make a transfer to them, thinking maybe you're some scammer and all of that. Yeah. So they threaten you like, you getting money. They don't let you talk. They're oppressing
How
you.
do they treat tourists?
Bro, that's the problem. That's the problem. They don't focus on that. They're focusing on young kids doing well.
Oh, so I'll be alright if I go there. I'll be fine.
But right now, yeah, you'll be alright right
Okay,
now.
let's check it.
Yeah, right now. After the whole NSAS thing, like, it actually died down because kids were now retaliating. Kids were buying guns, and
Wow.
if they see the police, they shoot at the police too as well. Like, yeah.
So
So
they're right,
everything
man.
died down.
Fuck the
Yeah.
police, man.
At the end of the day, right? Obviously, this is not to kind of make Nigeria seem like it's a bad place, because to me personally, I feel like it's got the most potential of any country in the world.
And there's too many people there. That's why. So
There's a lot of people.
yeah, that's why.
But I feel like once Nigeria gets things in order, I think that will kind of have a ripple effect throughout all of
Africa, yes.
100%. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But in terms of like, I guess the lifestyle in South Africa, right? Is there a big difference in terms of Or how do you see it?
Nigeria people have more hustle in them than South Africans. South Africans are just a bit shield and like just come. And that's why there's this xenophobia thing because they now feel like other Africans are coming to the country to take their job.
Jobs, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask as well. What's the inspiration behind your album cover?
I was trying to portray where I'm from.
Okay.
An Isoko man that loves fish. As a fisherman. Yeah, 'cause my grandma was like the biggest fish seller in my community. So I used to like steal her fish a lot.
No, the cover's dope. I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I like it too.
So like, I guess in your everyday, what do you do like when you're just chilling out? Like, what do you do to like? What's your
Smoking, playing PlayStation, trying to get in studio, creating designs for our new collections, samples and all of that. Yeah.
So are you a PlayStation man or Xbox?
Yeah, PlayStation man.
Okay.
It's only right. PlayStation, yeah. Like, what, you Xbox?
I don't play no computer games,
If you had to pick.
Probably based on the past, Xbox.
Yeah, that's why you quit. If you was a PlayStation man, you still have a PlayStation.
Trust.
Yeah,
Trust.
yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Well, we tend to ask our guests like some questions, right, before they leave all the time, right? Tell us something that nobody knows about you. Your family may know, your friends may know it, but like the wider public.
I'm in a 9 years relationship.
Okay.
You are or you was?
I am.
Oh,
Yeah, with the game.
Plot twist.
He went for the good
No,
stuff.
Yeah, but that's not how I read it. I read it like you were in the streets.
No,
Nah.
it's
From
kayfabe.
your initial answers.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best answers we've got. Best answers we've got on God. That's one of the coldest ones.
What's the answer?
He said
You've been in a 9 year relationship.
relationship.
No, I thought you were talking about what you said earlier on. Sorry.
No, I said I'm married to the game.
No, you're not.
No, I get it. As a former music artist, you get me. You gotta keep your love private. You get me?
Yeah.
Because the hoes don't want to hear all that love shit. They
Nah.
Okay.
they be supporting you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
this-
okay,
you
cool.
know,
So as a artist, do you feel like it's important to appear single?
I believe it is.
Even if you aren't, just so there's that. Obviously, your fans are not really going to get to you, but
Them legacy acts and that, when they're a big man and that's what they want to do and prance around with their wife and thing once they're finished and done at it, fine. Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and all them idiots, whatever. You see, when you're young, on the come up, and you're trying to make it, don't be talking about no
Yeah,
love
don't
and
be
your
playing
gal and
gloves.
that.
Yeah,
Make
of
sure you look available, brother.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's my advice to anybody that's serious about what they're doing.
you know the vibes.
Gina is silent.
No comment, please. None.
What would you see? What would you say today is your biggest like life lesson? The biggest thing you've learned?
That's positive in my life or negative.
Anything. It could be anything. You can give us both if you want.
Yeah, positive, right? Leaving school was the best decision I made in my life
Mm.
because my mom was always giving me example of one of my uncle that graduated with first class. Like niggas driving there at 4 and is in like a normal bungalow, but she always gives. Can you not see your uncle? He's comfortable. He has a car. He's so focused on school. You graduate to first class. I just looked at the guy's life and I was like, man, I don't want to be like this uncle.
Yeah.
So I think I need to figure out something. Yeah.
Okay. What about a negative?
The bad one. I used to love to climb trees a lot when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I almost lost my hand. I broke my bone.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. But yeah. Since then, I got that phobia from like climbing trees. Maybe.
Okay.
I said, don't climb trees. It's
Don't
good
climb
advice.
trees.
in regards to your recording process, did you record mainly in Nigeria, SA, or was it London, or was it?
I recorded in both Nigeria and in SA.
Okay. Right. Producer-wise, is it up-and-coming producers, established producers? Your own team?
Iga has produced hits before now. Johnny, you heard Johnny by Yemi Alade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Iga Boy produced that as well. He's a
Okay.
bang
Yeah.
king,
You know who that is?
yeah.
You do.
Do I?
Then Baker is, I think Baker is the best producer in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say because I heard something about how the biggest selling artist is from South Africa or Tanzania or something like that.
The biggest artist in
Like,
Africa.
in Africa.
No,
Yeah.
for real. I
I'm
don't know.
trying to think who it is. I was gonna ask you about them, but yeah, that escapes my mind. Yes. So like you said, you're going back to Nigeria
tonight.
When are you coming back?
I want to come next month.
Oh, serious.
You like it here,
Yeah, like here, shoot out here.
Do you feel like there's certain things that you wanted to do this time that you didn't get a chance to do that you want to do when you come back next month?
Yeah, collab with other artists for
Okay.
sure. Also like a pop up for my clothing brand because she'll be out by next time I'm here.
Oh, sick.
We're
So
there.
yeah, so I guess next time when that happens,
Yeah.
you can come back here.
Yes, and I'll send some mesh shirts as well.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
Do you want to give a quick shout out to your socials? I know it's running across the screen, but some people don't like to read. And our Spotify listeners as well. Let them know where they can find you. On
Yeah, you
social
can
media.
find me on Instagram and all platforms, savage_beast.
The Beast.
Savage
Beast.
the Beast.
Yeah, check out the album, man. The album's dope.
Preach,
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
Preach.
The album's real dope.
No, definitely, man. Thanks for coming, man. You made me laugh, man. You're funny.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, the ladies always say that.
Well, if you're not in a rush or whatever, you're welcome to stay with us for the rest of the show. But if you have to go, we understand.
Yeah, I had to stop out now, but I had fun with you guys, and I definitely want to come back.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing the
man.
swag when you bring it back. Honestly,
For sure.
Yeah, because it's just typical of your attire.
Not really.
Yeah.
I always come out in different steez.
Okay.
So yeah, you find me in different steez,
Yeah.
different style.
I like a jacket. The jacket's nice. Man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
yeah.
you.
All right, man. Thank you very much for coming, Savage.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, love.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
appreciate you, King.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, the headphones, Killy.
Listen to the reality.
Hella good tonight. I love it. Thank you very much.
Love
Bye.
it.
Take care.
Appreciate you, man. All right, people. So I guess it's time to
Get into Is it headline?
headline.
Is it headlines or is this what you do?
That's what I was
You
asking.
tell me.
Right.
Yeah, is this what you do?
Go, sis, what
That's
would you
not
do
for
then?
me. Hello.
Sorry, Gina.
I'm not gonna lie.
Is it?
Yeah. All right. Hey, Esther and Gina. I'm so sorry, but I need some advice. My sister's wedding is in 3 months and her fiance has been flirting with me. I've tried to ignore it, but it's getting harder and harder. I don't want to ruin my sister's wedding, but I also don't want to be in a situation where I'm feeling uncomfortable. I've tried to talk to my sister about it, but she doesn't seem to believe me. She thinks I'm just imagining things. I don't know what to do. I don't want to ruin my sister's wedding, but I also don't want to be in a situation where I'm feeling uncomfortable. What should I do?
Slam him. You need the proof, man. Get him out of there. You got to do right by your sister. She's not going to believe you. Oh, sorry, this is sis. What would you do? Go on. Go.
Nah, I'm just annoyed that you said slamming.
No, not for her pleasure.
No, just don't move, man.
No, it's a sting.
Man said for research purposes.
No, it's a sting.
No, the
Operation-
thing is,
this
she
is
doesn't have to
operation
go to that extreme, but you can obviously
Get
orchestrate
proof.
something to get proof.
Yeah, but
Because
if
the
it's not
thing
hard,
is,
the
yeah,
sister sounds like she's blinded by love, and it's
your
going to
sister
cause
is
problems.
your sister is definitely blinded by love because obviously she wants to get married. She wants that fairy tale, right? And it's so close. So I understand her resistance to believe in you, but I guarantee you in the back of her mind, yeah, she probably knows that you're not chatting rubbish, but she's just trying to ignore it. And to be honest, it seems like I feel like if you don't do anything, you're slightly setting her up for failure because I can't see, like, for a man to move to his fiance's sister
Yeah.
is nuts. Like,
Yeah,
of
no,
all the people you can move to, her sister, you don't respect.
He's unhinged.
Lord knows what you're doing outside of the sister. Do you understand what I mean? So
He's definitely unhinged.
I would advise you to try and get proof somehow and allow your sister to, you obviously, all you can do is let your sister know, innit? Like, which you've done, which she hasn't heard you because she thinks you're chatting rubbish. But if you can get proof, give her the proof and it's for her to make whatever decision she wants to. And she's going to have to respect that you're going to take a step back because that is an awful situation to be in. Do you know what I mean? I can understand why you're feeling uncomfortable, why you wouldn't want to go to the wedding. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's even making me angry talking about it. Like, it's annoying me. Like, his lack of respect. He's so unhinged. He don't deserve your sister, clearly. But unfortunately, you can't make that decision for her. Only she can make that herself. I don't know whether it's a case of even talking to your parents about it. Maybe, like, getting somebody else to intervene and speak to her on, like, your behalf. But for me, I think right now, you kind of need some sort of evidence, if possible. Have you spoken to him, though? Like,
I'm surprised the sister doesn't believe her. Because why would your sister lie about this?
blinded by love. Yusuf, let me be honest, yeah.
She might be the media sister as well.
Media sister.
Yeah, like the media one. Like, so so the sister's hating.
Oh,
The one getting married is
you're just
looking,
jealous.
thinking,
You're jealous.
we don't want to slam you.
Oh, them ones.
But
You
you
know
know
that,
what?
like-
But you know what? I also think.
No, you know
it
that
is-
stuff happens.
No, I
like-
hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
But you know what? I also think it is as well, though. You're like, oh, you might be jealous in it because I'm getting married and you're not, and all of that kind of vibe, right? I hear it, but I also think as well. Like most women obviously want to get married. Most women kind of put a wedding marriage on a pedestal, innit? So it's like if it's something that you've wanted for so long and you're working so hard to get and you finally got it and it's within your your grip. It's so 3 months is down the road.
Yeah.
It's within your
Yeah.
it's within touching distance.
Yeah.
So it's the last thing you want to hear.
Yeah, and I think without tangible evidence, she's not going to just, walk off based on hearsay, innit? It's going to have to be, especially as you're saying, it's so close to the wedding. Something she's been
Like, why now?
Something she's been dreaming of for time. Like, it's almost there to just end it now over words.
Or she can just shut up and just do that "I told you so" thing once he mashes up, because he's gonna mash up. If he's flirting with his fiance's sister, and
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
he don't stand a chance.
He doesn't.
No chance in hell.
And that marriage is not gonna last the test of time. And then when it mash up, you can just come there smug like.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd
told
come
you,
there
sis.
smart because clearly you care about your sister. But I think let her make her decision for herself.
But
Innit?
sometimes you need to get a little "I told you so" in, man. It's the little victories.
The thing is, you're gonna get
You're right.
regardless. You
In
get
life,
that,
sometimes you got to get a little "I told you so."
but you'll get it though, regardless. Like even if this goes left, you don't even need to tell her "I told you so." Like I
Yeah.
feel like, do you know what I mean? Like
No, sometimes in
Just
life,
give it a
sometimes in life you don't have to say it.
That's
the
what I'm
person already
saying.
knows anyway. You just sit there and bask in your glory. You don't have to. You don't have to say nothing. You know what I mean,
but yeah, I don't know. I think it's rather unfortunate. But yeah, like how can you be imagining things?
hold on. The sister saying that.
Yeah, she said my sister doesn't believe me. She thinks I think you need to
And
because she
you're
said obviously
interpreting
she
it
said
as
he's
him-
flirting with her, innit?
yeah.
So the thing with flirting is it's subjective
Exactly.
because it can be interpreted in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's not like, do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not hard on evidence like
Yeah.
he tried to kiss me or whatever.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's the reason why it's like murky waters. But if you can get something concrete,
Yeah.
then take that to your sister.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, flirting
gonna lie,
could be taken so many different ways.
Her conscience should be clean, man. Like, you tried, man. Like, 'cause she sounds like she's glutton for punishment,
But
man.
then
Just
you know,
don't get
but you
involved
know
in
what I
their
think it
business,
is
man.
as
Just
well though.
left them, man.
No, but Mark, she's saying that she doesn't want to feel uncomfortable. So to me, it's sounding like I don't want to
She's worrying about herself. What do you mean feel uncomfortable with what?
like come into your like being around you and your partner coming like it's clearly going to affect her relationship with her sister. I believe. No,
Well, he's flirting in her face and that when they're in, like
I don't think it's in the sister's face though.
Yeah, I doubt he's doing it when
It's
the
like
sister's around.
secretly like, oh,
Probably
you look
just-
nice. Imagine that.
when she's saying feels uncomfortable, she just means feeling bad. Going to the wedding, knowing that they're gonna get married, knowing what's going on, and then she just feels bad about what's going on. Like when she's saying uncomfortable, I don't think she means he's gonna be pressing up on her and
But I think she might also think this might be the type of thing he does. So if it's not me, it might be somebody else. Because I'm her sister. Imagine somebody you don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She might be thinking that and thinking like, I would never wish this for my sister. You know
yeah,
what
but she
I'm saying?
tried though.
Yeah, she has tried.
You get me?
He's trying hard enough though.
Another question, yeah.
Well, she ain't slammed him, so no.
Do you guys feel like he's just started this? Because like obviously he's been with her sister for maybe let's just say average 2 years. Has he just started? Like why is this only now happening? Like when the wedding's around the corner. What's going on?
Are you saying you reckon he's been flirting the whole time?
I don't know, maybe, or you know what I'm saying? Or has she been? I don't know. Or has she maybe
Or he's getting cold feet and he's using this as his get out clause.
to get out? Yeah.
So he's
Maybe.
hoping that she tells her.
Right, maybe. Who knows?
Because to start randomly, if it's just a random, like 3 months to the wedding, now I'm just suddenly randomly flirting with your sister out of the blue. Close to the wedding.
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Or
Cold feet vibes.
unless you guys said it, I'm not too sure. Do you think it's maybe in her head, and he's not really flirting? He's just one of those type of characters.
That's what the sister's saying to her.
Okay, then the sister must have seen him do this with other people. Maybe the waitress, maybe his people at work.
Yeah.
For her to be like, no, this is just how Jake is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it speaks to your point though, because if this is how he's always been, then these allegations would have came way before now.
That's true.
So he's probably changed the way he is with the sister. So he must probably is flirting with her. You know what I mean?
Unless she's been saying this for the past 2 years.
Yeah, unless she's been saying it since the beginning.
Yeah.
And maybe it's ramped up now.
Man, sad.
Yeah, but I think try catch him in an act or something. I don't know. That's my advice anyway. Obviously, Margs has said just allow your sister to just make her own decision, and if it fumbles, which sounds like it will, you just she has to learn the hard way,
to console her, innit?
Yeah. But please let us know what you do decide. And if you do manage to like, I guess catch him in the act, so to speak, or whatever, because it'll be interesting to know. But yeah, I think we can get into our next set of headlines.
All right, so our next headlines. I'm not too sure if you guys know this guy, but his name is Dan Wootton. And basically, his column with the MailOnline has been paused while the publication investigates allegations. Trigger warning here. Sorry, guys, trigger warning. Investigates allegations that he used a pseudonym and offered colleagues money for sexual material. So this guy's also a GB News presenter, right? And he's written a regular column for the online news outlet since 2021. His last article was published on the 29th of June. And it comes after the Sun newspaper said that they were also looking into allegations against the New Zealand-born star as well. So last month, Wootton admitted that he had made errors of judgment in the past, but branded criminal allegations following a report by the Byline Times as just simply untrue. You know what I'm saying? Previously, he had spoken on the show, Dan Wootton Tonight, telling viewers that he had been the target of a smear campaign by people with an axe to grind. He also said that he had previously been the victim of an abusive relationship and was talking about it for the first time following these allegations. I'm not again, whenever these allegations come out, I hate to say, oh, this person did something. I hate that stuff. But some people may think he's only talking about him being a victim in this abusive relationship because he's trying to get some, sympathy because of what may come out after the MailOnline does their investigations. Next headline, trigger warning here as well. And 2 drug dealers who stabbed an aspiring lawyer to death in a case of mistaken identity as he returned from a trip to Waitrose had been given life sentence, basically. They've been jailed for life. Sven Badzak, who's 22, and a 16-year-old friend were attacked by a group of 6 young men as they walked in Kilburn, northwest London, on the afternoon of the 6th of February 2021. Mr. Badzak from Maida Hill, West London, was repeatedly stabbed after falling to the ground, while his friend suffered multiple stab injuries but managed to escape into a nearby supermarket on Willesden Lane. Rashid Goodell, who's 22, from Ilford, and Shiro Ambersley, who's 23, from Wembley, were both sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 27 years at the Old Bailey yesterday, after they were found guilty of murder following a trial at the same court on the 7th of July. The jury deliberated for over 25 hours before they delivered the guilty verdicts by a majority of 10-2, acquitting the pair of attempted murder, but convicting them both of wounding with intent. And the last headlines is an update of the whole thing with Lizzo, right? And so the US pop star Lizzo has said allegations by, trigger warning here also, guys, has said that allegations by 3 of her ex-dancers, including sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment, are false. The singer called the last few days a gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing experience. Well, yeah. Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, she said, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. The dancers told the BBC that Lizzo is less of a villain and more of an anti-hero. You hear the wordplays there, right? Mm. But Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez are the former dancers who will bring the case against the singer, right? They're also bringing it against her dance captain and her production company, Big Touring, BGBT. The lawsuit also includes accusations of religious and racial harassment, along with discrimination, assault, and false imprisonment. The legal action, which is filed in Los Angeles on Tuesday, includes allegations that the dancers were pressured into attending sex shows and interacting with the dancers at the shows. And this was done between 2021 and this year, 2023. And that's the latest on that case. And that's it for the headlines. And it's time to pay the goddamn bill.
And time to get into the reaction. So in our reaction headlines, again, the Women's World Cup is still going on.
Yes.
Korea Republic drew 1-1 with Germany. And the Moroccan women beat Colombia 1-0. Yeah, that's all the results we got so far. In our second headline, Rasmus Hojlund, Atlanta striker, completes medical ahead of £72 million Manchester United move. So Rasmus Hojlund has completed his medical with Manchester United ahead of the £72 million move from Atlanta and could be unveiled during their friendly with Lens on Saturday. The Atlanta striker is expected to sign a 5-year contract with the option of a further 12 months. The deal for Hojlund is worth an initial £64 million plus $8 million in performance-related add-ons. Atlanta went into negotiations wanting £77 million guaranteed. Some other transfer news. Chelsea agree a deal to sign Brighton goalkeeper for an initial £25 million. So Chelsea has agreed a deal with Brighton for goalkeeper Robert Sanchez for £25 million plus add-ons. The Blues have been looking to add a goalkeeper to their squad following the sale of Edouard Mendy to Al Hilal, in Saudi Arabia. Sanchez, 25, will challenge Kepa for the number 1 spot. The Spaniard will be familiar to the coaching staff at Chelsea as goalkeeping coach Ben Roberts worked with him while at Brighton. And in our last headline, Brighton do not expect to sell Moses Caicedo this summer. So Brighton expect that Caicedo will still be at the club when the transfer window closes on the 1st of September. The midfielder has been subject of a series of bids from Chelsea following Arsenal's interest in January. No club has reached Brighton's valuation so far, and they do not expect the situation to change this summer. Brighton are adamant they do not want to sell the Ecuador international Caicedo, 21, and have no need after Alex McAllister exit for Liverpool. Caicedo has been aware of that stance, and Brighton do not believe it will be an issue. The player asked to leave the Seagulls in January amid interest from Arsenal. Brighton refused, and Caicedo subsequently signed a new contract in March that runs to 2027. This summer, Chelsea have had offers believed to be 70 million and 80 million rejected. Brighton qualified for the Europa League after finishing 6th in the Premier League last season. And that's the end of our headlines. Any?
Thoughts on or predictions for Charity Shield tomorrow? No, Sunday. Arsenal, Man City.
Oh, I expect that to be more of the same.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think.
City win?
Well, I haven't even seen City this season, to be fair.
Yeah, actually, City, I ain't seen City. Actually, no, they have played a few games, actually.
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've seen the results.
They got Garvado as well.
Yeah, they did from Leipzig, innit?
Yeah, they got that one over the line. I think that's 90 million euros. I think they've done that for.
Something like that.
Does he go straight into the team?
You never know with City, man. Or with Pep, should I say. He's got a heap of defenders at his disposal.
Got Stones, Diaz, and Ake, and Akanji.
Laporte is still there as well.
And Laporte.
Yeah.
And you dropped close to the best part of 100 million on... He's dope, though.
Pep loves defenders, man.
Garvadal's cold.
Yeah, he's cold still. He's cold.
Someone's going to be pissed. Because I think he's going to play.
Yeah. I feel like no one's really ready for the season. From what I've seen from pre-season, I don't see anyone for example, even looking at Arsenal in particular, their pre-season last season was good. This season it seems kind of shaky. If you look at Man United, it's kind of been shaky.
Our last season wasn't. You know this. I don't take a lot of stock in pre-season. I remember the Van Gaal season when we won every game, and then the first game of the season got battered by Swansea 4-0 or something like that. I want more performances rather than results and that. And I've seen enough from United to be happy. I've also seen things that it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? And it's weird. And again, I've probably seen Arsenal play twice. I've seen things that look like, the last Monaco game, I thought, but again, it's pre-season. Everyone's going to ramp it up. Look at Barcelona, the way the energy you had against Barcelona and that. Like when the Prem starts, it's going to be different. So it's hard to take any real stock from this. Yeah,
I don't really take real stock from it. But in saying that, though, if I'm just comparing last season to this season seems a bit shaky. But obviously, we're trying to integrate new players. Arteta seems to be trying to find what his best 11 is, or seeing how different players play in different positions, for example, right? But one thing I can mention, Brent, what's your thoughts on this? Jesus is injured. He had knee surgery. He'll be out for a couple of weeks, they say, but he's going to miss the Man United game. He's going to miss a few games still.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. It's one of the knocks that I had on him. It's one of the knocks that I got on him, because I obviously think he's a good footballer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And I see the way he helps you up playing and all that, but just from City and stuff as well, injuries have always
Plagued him.
played a part.
Yeah.
It's something that's always come up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I always say the best ability is availability,
Yeah.
and there's lots of time when he's not available.
Yeah.
To go into the season without a striker, that means you've got to rely on Eddie again. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it?
Yeah, it's not ideal. I would rather see Trossard play up front, but I think Arteta will go with Eddie. Balogun seems to be, I know he's carrying a little bit of a knock, a little bit of an injury, but even in regards to that, I just feel like he's going anyway. It's only a matter of time before he goes. But with Jesus' injury, might be forced to keep him, but in saying that, he's not going to sign a new contract. So I think the contract situation kind of forces our hand more so than us needing to keep him because of Jesus' injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if Jesus is going to be out, then ideally he should stay.
Yeah.
But if he does stay, then we risk losing him for nothing because he's not signed a new contract. So either we convince him to stay or we have to sell him. But he's actually asking Arsenal to reduce his price, isn't it? Because Inter Milan made a bid of 35.
It's good going. It's so rude to reject
That's
that.
not good going, man.
What?
It's not good going.
You want what? Okay.
You just paid 70-something million for
They're chalk and
a
cheese.
player who's more unproven than Balogun.
He's not proven. They're different
I said
trajectories.
more unproven.
Yeah, but no, he's not. He's not even proven. Like, he's not proven. They're different trajectories.
Who,
My man's
Balogun or...
Balogun and Rasmus Hojlund are talking cheese. What country is Balogun from? America and that.
Well, it's Nigerian, UK, and America.
Where's he playing? Like, my man's international. My man's 7-7. His whole trajectory, everything that he's been on, from the Austrian league to the wherever he was, then Serie A. He's like, it's like when you play things. He's a wonder kid, bro.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, but I'm saying-
I can't pretend. But
No, I'm saying in world football, their
Yeah.
statures are different. We're paying, obviously, it's a lot of money for potential, yeah.
Yeah.
But their ceilings, the way they're seen, are different. Balogun ain't nobody, and then to go to that Farmers League and slap them goals, like, it doesn't mean nothing. He's not worth 50 million, bro. 35 million is very good piece for Balogun. Bro.
No, I disagree.
Well, you can say
I
that, but who's
disagree.
going to pay 50 million
I
for him?
disagree.
The club that he
Wait.
just went to that slapped 20
Wait.
goals wouldn't pay 50 million for him.
Wait, based on his age, right? Based on his performances last season, based on the fact of his star, think about it. 1 season ago, 2 seasons ago, no one mentioned Balogun's
He's a
name.
star.
I'm not saying he's a star, but
Only Arsenal players talk about him.
His profile.
It's not. It's whack. Nobody in world football talks about Balogun, bro.
Listen to me, bro.
Okay, fair. You know what? Sorry, cool.
Balogun's profile has risen in the last year, right?
Sure, it has, and that's why you should get 35 million from him.
He decided to
The last year it was before
he
it was about
decided to
5
play for
million. or something.
America, right? He's now their number 9 striker, right? So his profile in America is going to be huge now. His trajectory is grown. No one spoke about Balogun last season or the season before, right?
What's he start losing?
I'm not saying he's a star. I'm saying his star is rising, and it is rising, right? Even if you're saying that Hojlund, what's his name? Hojlund is worth more. The disparity is vast. 35 million and 72. No way. The gap should be much closer than that. Even if Balogun's not 72, Badogun can't be 35 and my man's 75. No way, no how.
I just mean to have to be realistic. I don't understand. I mean, I get it and I hear you, but there is
but
who in their right
remember-
mind is
remember,
going to spend 50 million on Balogun?
Do you
bro?
agree that the player's value is based on what the club value him and what a team's willing to pay, right?
Yeah.
So we can't base this just off of the fact that Inter Milan bid 35, right? Teams outside of the Prem don't pay big money. If Balogun wants to go anywhere in the Prem, I'm hearing West Ham are interested, he'll go for 50.
Balogun, brother, they won't pay 25 million for James Ward-Prowse. You think they're going to pay 50 million for Balogun?
This is two completely different players.
Brother, they won't. They offered 20 million for Maguire, and you think they're going to pay 50 million for Balogun?
And
okay, you know what? I
no,
can't do this.
and also-
This is- in my mind, this is crazy.
It's not crazy.
No, because I get
It's not
where you're
crazy.
coming from. I
It's not
understand why you
crazy.
feel like that because
It's
you're
not
an
crazy.
Arsenal fan, yeah. But like, let's just be realistic. Who the hell is Balogun? Why is anybody going to pay 50 million for him? 35 million is good money, bro.
Listen,
you don't lose him on a free.
Balogun's a good player with a high ceiling, with lots of potential. He's young. Fam, you have an Arsenal whatever, no United bias. Balogun has a lot of potential. He has a high ceiling. He's a young player. He's a US international. He's worth more than £30 million. Knock it off.
Okay.
Knock it off.
Okay. The only people that talk about Balogun is like no, I don't know. But if you don't get 50 million for him, congratulations, man.
And also,
Say that,
50 million.
Robbie Bank.
Remember, 50 can be with add-ons, with clauses. Because nowadays, who pays the lump sum fee up front anyway? It's always clauses. Yeah. But Brent, what's your thoughts on the Balogun thing?
I liked the question you asked him regarding is it a £70 million guy that they bought?
Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah, talk to me about his potential stuff. He said he's a wonder kid. Is he really? I haven't watched any of the
I don't know who he is, so I can't even argue him.
His standing, yeah, because I'll go check. I'll put it on I'll put him on Football Manager now. It says when next to him says wonder kid. His standing in world football is a wonder kid. People can make jokes about he scored 9 goals in the Ukrainian league, whatnot. He hasn't got a lot of career goals. Yeah, he does. That speaks to his trajectory, how he's flying. You know what I'm trying to say? He's practically 1 and 2 in his whole career. The 9 goals
What does that mean? 1 and 2, what's that?
He scores 1 goal every 2 games. Okay. Yeah, for every 8 goals. He got 7 and 7 for Denmark internationally. He didn't make it to the last tournament or whatever. Cool. The 9 goals that they're talking about he got in Serie A is from 20 starts. He's played like 1,800 minutes, bro. And you're not counting his assists. So his goal involvements are like 35 or something like that. So it's easy for the fans to chat shit and rare. But when you actually look at the details and the numbers, yeah, he's only 20. He just turned 20 in like February, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So his trajectory's been rapid. The rise has been rapid. He's been practically 1 and 2 everywhere he's gone. So yeah, they're paying for a lot of potential. They believe in 2-3 years he's going to be cold, innit? This raw ability that he's got now, his touch, his pace, his dribbling, his work rate, all these stuff. These are the things that they're playing for. In his world standing, he's seen as that. That's why PSG was looking at him. That's why other teams were looking at him. This is what he is. Balogun, their stature in football. Balogun's not that.
No. Before we go into Balogun, I want to know about this guy. You said that he's potential in 2 or 3 years he's going to come good.
That's what everybody keeps saying, isn't it?
I'm asking you, what do you think?
Yeah, you would think he's going to improve. He's only 20. You'd think he's going to be better when he's 23, isn't it?
So you happy that you bought him?
Yeah, of course.
As your striker?
Yeah.
All right, okay. And I hear him touted as being the next Haaland. Is that what you're...
That's not true. Nobody's saying that. Sky and
Nobody's saying that?
No, internet are doing that. Nobody in world football was saying that before he signed to United, and Sky tweets are tweeting all this nonsense and all this foolishness. There's nobody comparing him to Haaland. None of the professionals, yeah, look, because internet, yeah, and agendas and narratives can get set, which is fine. Anybody could do whatever they want. None of the professionals, none of the scouts, nobody who knows anything about football was even comparing him to Haaland. The closest thing to Haaland that his name, their names begin with H. They're both blonde and they're both Scandinavian. That's apart from the comparisons stop.
I'm sure I saw Sky Sports graphic, man.
I just told you Sky Sports.
Yeah,
I just told you that.
Sky Sports
it's got an agenda. The Sky Sports got their agenda on. To look at the way they tweet. Look at they keep talking about the money and everything that United spend. And then when City sign Guavadal, they don't mention nothing about the money. Brother, agendas are agendas. If you don't want to buy into them, that's fine. This is what banter and stuff. This is what it's about. So you don't get your shit off. I don't mind. But in real life, anybody with sense knows where I'm going, innit? You know what I'm trying to say?
Are you willing to wait 2 or 3 years for this to come to fruition?
I hope he can play a part now. And I said this to you when we was on the phone. Or who was it? When Frenchie was talking about how many goals he's going to score. I'm saying if he keeps in keeping, I wouldn't mind an extra step. But if he stays in keeping for what he's done his whole career, I'm not going to be unhappy. If he gives me 1 and 2, I'll be fine.
So I'm only asking because in my mind, y'all would have preferred Kane above this guy.
Well, no, because Kane would have been more thing and then 300 bags a week. There's some more outlay. When you look at that 72 million.
Don't lie.
What are you don't say?
If you were given a choice prior to signing this man, Kane or my man, you would choose Kane.
What do you don't say?
Don't lie, man.
No, Eric Ten Hag wanted Hojlund. The only other one that he wasn't gonna sign thing. There was arguments in the camp. Yeah, he thinks his game's changed a lot. Yeah, and he's dropped too deep. And the people that was for Harry Kane in the team were saying, bruv, just look at his goal record. This is where it's at. They didn't want to do it. For the money it was going to cost them, the 100 million plus the 300 things a week, they didn't want to do it. The Rasmus Hojlund, yeah, they don't look at that as a bad investment. The 72 million over the contract works out to 14 million
about the
a
money
season.
for a second.
It works out to 14 million a season, yeah. We qualify for Europe, that pays for itself. So the outlay is different. The only other one that we was looking at that he wanted, if he was going to do, was Koulibaly. That's who he was looking at, yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like he made up his mind. He made up his mind what he wanted, didn't it? It fitted with his style, what he's looking for. When that, I don't understand what he's talking about. This ain't no.
No, I'm asking you. Forget about you're not the accountant right now. As a player, who would you have preferred? Be honest.
Why wouldn't I prefer Harry Kane? I would love Harry Kane.
Exactly.
That's what I'm asking.
That's what he asked you.
He asked me if I'm happy with Hojlund. I'm telling you, yes, I wanted Hojlund too. I'm happy with this Hojlund signing. I'm over the moon with Hojlund signing. If it doesn't work out, it's egg on everybody's face. But I don't believe that. I think it's going to be cool. Obviously, he's young. He's coachable. I believe in the staff. I got a good coach. I'm happy with Hojlund. I wanted Hojlund. I'll show you my messages to my people. I wanted Hojlund.
The reason why I'm asking is because when it is that we were saying, all right, cool, we would wait to see what happens with Havertz, right? You were getting on to us, right?
What do you mean?
When it is that we started talking about Havertz and you were laughing and like he doesn't play well. Why are you guys getting him?
My man's
Xhaka
20,
was the
yeah.
best last year. Why are you guys
My man's 20, yeah. Stories have already come out, yeah, that he expects Rashford and Martial and that to help the load. This is why people are chatting shit saying, right, you pay 72 million for potential. It's not, they're not resting his hat on him to come and give us the goals and play for the 9. There'll be times when he might not start. There'll be times when he might not be playing in it, yeah. He's still young as potential, yeah. The thing we were talking about with Havertz, you talk about give it time and whatnot. Havertz is your highest paid player in the whole squad and you paid all that money for it.
That's a rumour, by the way.
Havertz is, it's not, the papers come out, the info come out the other day, yeah. Havertz is starting, innit? Havertz is playing. You're talking about time. I'm saying there ain't no time. This ain't no young boy. He ain't bought no potential. This is a big boy. It's a massive outlet. It's a big signing. If it don't work, obviously they'll take him out of the team, but they're going to have to go through the pains. Like, Havertz is playing, innit? Havertz is playing, bro.
So, what? Rice is getting less than Havertz?
Yeah. Havertz is your highest paid
I
player.
haven't seen this. This is speculation at this
Oh,
point.
did it come from Sky Sports?
No, not Sky Sports. Come in, boy, where I got the information from. I'll find it to you and I'll send it to you. It weren't Sky Sports.
Speculation.
But Havertz is your highest paid player.
Right, cool. It doesn't matter. In my mind, when it is that the window, just before the window opened, I swear you're talking a whole set about, I want Kane.
I would love Harry Kane.
But now you're saying, I love to wait for 2 years for potential.
No. I would love Harry Kane. Once we saw, I told you, I thought potentially United was going to wait for Bayern to get the bid accepted and then jump on it. We knew we'd have to pay probably 15 million more than them or something like that because they don't want to come over there. But that's what I thought they were going to do. But once everything was going on and we realised that they're going away from that and that they're not looking at Kane, then they're not looking at Kane. It is what it is. Like, we move forward. So then we go look at our options. I would want either Hojlund or Koulibaly for real. That's what I was. That's where we're at. That's what we got. That's what we're doing. Like, so what do you want to do? I don't.
No, I just wanted to gauge your
Yeah, I'm
interest in this particular thing. I mean, now
I'm straight.
You're willing to basically wait 2 or 3 years for him to come good.
Again, what if he hits what? He's a young boy. He's 20. How many goals does he have to hit in the league to thing? If he hits fucking,
Depends how many starts, isn't it?
it depends how many starts.
or
But
how many minutes,
if
to
he,
be
all
fair.
he's got to do is hit flipping what 13, 14 in the league, and he's done what fucking Gabriel Jesus done. It's all this. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Can't compare to Jesus. He's injured.
I'm just.
He's injured for bare long.
I'm just saying
Why
that.
are you mentioning Jesus?
I'm just saying it's calm. Like, I don't understand however you wanna. And you said I'm not the accountant. It's not my money. It's all that extra shit man don't care about. The potential of the youth, is there. Yeah, it looks like he can come in and have an impact now. You get me? He's fast. He's strong. He can dribble. He can finish. You get what I'm trying to say?
dribble?
Yeah. He can dribble.
All right, I'm gonna check out.
He's
afterwards,
pacey.
'cause I
Yeah, you
haven't
watch him.
seen
He can play
videos.
link up play.
He's a good striker. Like, does he? Move?
He looks like a good striker. I think the only thing
Does
that
he
I
move
would
like Haaland?
the only thing that I would say that he needs to improve is probably in the air at the minute.
Right, okay.
In
But
the
if he's
air.
banging it in with the feet, then it's
Yeah, left-footed bad boy. But nobody was comparing him to Haaland before
Alright,
until he came here, and then they done that. So if anybody is
set
as
expectations right away. To be honest.
boy, if anybody's gonna be expecting to get Haaland stuff out of him, you're going to be highly disappointed.
I think we've both made 3 signings apiece, right? Arsenal and United.
Yeah.
Who would you say has had the better transfer windows so far?
Us, man. I think I'll just wait for Amrabat. Nah, that'd be dope. I'd love that. Well, what did you not need? You addressed it.
You think you've had the better transfer window than Arsenal?
Well, who have you gotten? To be honest,
Because you bought a
refresh my
goalkeeper.
memory.
Mason Mount.
He thinks that
Oh,
Onana's
no,
going to
no.
change the whole club.
He's already changed it. Go and watch.
Why? Because he was shouting at Maguire or something?
No, because
Why?
the way
Nana.
because the way we, you know what? I can't argue with people who
go
don't know
on,
what
go
they're
on,
talking
go on,
about.
go on,
Yeah,
go on,
man.
go on.
No, I don't want to do it. It don't make sense because it's just nonsense. Because you see, when you argue with fools from the distance, people can't tell who's who.
They can't.
And I'm not doing all that.
But I'm sorry, I asked you a question.
I don't care. I don't want to do it. I don't want to engage.
No, but I'm asking.
I'm done. I'm telling you, I'm done. Yeah, I can't be bothered. But let's just wait. It's football's next week. 'Cause I hate talking. Talk is cheap. Let's just wait. The season's gonna start
No, but
soon. Let's just wait.
No, talk isn't cheap because that's
No,
all you were
let's
doing last
just-
year.
let's just
You were
wait.
talking.
I lie.
Let's just wait.
That's exactly what
Let's
he
just
did.
wait.
Marks, this is not.
I know, man. It's poor, man.
This is very poor.
Poor, man. Give paper to the noise.
Oh my goodness.
Right, that wasn't even one of those.
That sounds different.
It is. Oh man, never mind.
No,
man.
because it's crazy. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, hold on. Okay, cool. I know you're not in the mid, whatever. Give me your starting midfield and attack, please.
My starting midfield and attack.
Yeah. Also, what's the narrative around Mount? It doesn't seem too positive.
Again, what's the scenarios? Why? What's wrong with Mount?
Was
Around
this guy that said it?
his performances in pre-season.
He's been good in preseason, man. Yeah, obviously there's no like goals in the assist or whatever. So
No, I'm feeling the energy around him is like, Mount, man.
yeah, but that's United fans. There's people chatting shit. There's people that are chatting shit from when we signed him. Who
Yeah.
didn't want him.
United fans.
Yeah, there's bare
Oh,
United
so
fans
they
chatting
don't
shit
like
about
him?
man. There's people that didn't want man. There's people who don't know. There's bare people who don't know good things. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Also, it's not just Arsenal fans. It's Man United fans also.
There's been Man United fans chatting shit about Mason Mount before he even kicked the ball, bro.
Okay. All right, go on. You're starting midfield and attack.
I would go Casemiro, Mount, Bruno, Rashford. Let's go Hojlund because we've got the new 9. And Anthony, man. I think Anthony needs to have a good season this year, or he's done. It'd be the Pepe thing. If Anthony don't have a good season this year, they'll go sell him or ship him out on loan.
I'm hearing Pepe's contract's being terminated. He's going to Besiktas. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, Anthony will. If Anthony don't have a good season this year, he's on a Pepe flow. Like he has to come good. So I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk and put the money on him and say that he's going to do it. You get me? He showed enough. He showed enough. He scored in big games. He just needs to. Yeah, I think he's going to come good. And again, it's just because Pressure's either going to bust pipes or make diamonds. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he has to perform. Like he has to. Like 90 million. Like he just. I don't even know. There's not even no excuse or no thing. Like if he doesn't come good, he's done at it. Like he's
I haven't
done.
seen anything from Rice yet, to be honest.
Okay.
I've seen mediocre stuff.
Yeah. Rice hasn't looked fantastic.
Yeah, but he's got to get used to the new
Yeah,
system
but
and that.
I'm not judging anyone now.
What, does Timber look fantastic?
Yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. And Onana looks
Fantastic.
too. Yeah.
Okay. I ain't seen it, so I'm just asking.
No, yes, I'm seeing it.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
And Trossard's looking fantastic too.
Yeah, I heard about Trossard, yeah.
Yeah. Onana's looking fantastic though.
Onana has changed the whole way we play.
Immediately, 100%.
It's like we're not a counter-attacking team no more. We're a controlling
100%.
team. And a lot of them smaller teams that are going to be... Just watch anyway. We'll just wait and see.
Blinding, I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe
fine.
it.
Let's
I
just
saw
wait.
it with my own eyes.
Let's just wait and see, man.
I don't
All
need
right, so
convincing.
based on the fact that you've got the best goalkeeper in the world now,
best.
in Onana, and he's going to change
Bar
the
none.
whole club. So you're shooting for the league then, I guess.
100%.
No, because what? There's still the gap.
What gap?
What,
Onana's
between us
here.
and City?
But I thought Onana filled it.
What do you mean? He filled the gap for... He needed
He's
a better
awful,
goalkeeper
awful.
from De Gea. It just changed.
Yeah, I know. So this season, we've got Onana. The gap's been filled, no?
What? So you think United's bridged the gap between City?
I'm asking you.
I don't understand why you would ask me. If you watch, in your opinion, has
No,
United bridged the gap to
I'm
City?
asking you.
Don't ask me now. I'm asking you. In your opinion, has United bridged the gap to Manchester City? No, because if you haven't got if you don't know enough sense,
I think they have.
you think they have.
With Onana, 100%.
You might be banned from this
100%
section.
with Onana.
You might be banned from getting
No.
involved in reactions. If you don't know about football, there's no point talking to football.
You
user.
answer the question, man.
Yeah, but if you don't know about football, there's no point me sitting there every morning talking to you about it.
Onana
Has Manchester United bridged the gap to Man City?
Trajectory of Man United's upcoming season.
What do you mean trajectory? What trajectory was we on? We finished third last year.
Yeah, and you may finish second or first, right? Because you got Onana.
No, not second or first. No,
Where?
that means we're winning the league.
Where?
Same top 4. It's going to be more the same. Everybody else improved as well. United just bought Garvado, just bought one of the best centre backs in the World Cup.
Onana coming in has done what for you?
It's changed the whole style of our play.
Which will then help you what? Progress.
Control games
and
more. Not necessarily. We don't know what the
win-
results.
win
we don't know what the results are going to be. I'm just talking about. We have to talk.
But surely control isn't where you want it to end.
not
You want to
necessarily.
win.
Just spoke about the style of football, bro.
Okay.
I can't speak for the results.
But-
I'm talking about style of football.
Yeah, but surely the goal is to win the game, not just to control the games.
Okay, but what we were speaking about, what I said he was going to do, I never said he's going to make us win more games. You know what I'm
Oh, so
saying?
he's just come in and help you control games more.
He's changed the style of our football, bro.
To be honest, I don't know if it is you remember asking us with the Rice edition how we're now supposed to look to win the league. Do you remember asking us this? When
Well,
it-
you don't challenge
Can you
for the
remember
league.
asking us this?
We didn't challenge for the league. You don't challenge for the league.
Can you remember asking us this?
We did not challenge for the
Can
league.
you remember asking
Regardless
us this?
whether I remember
This is
or
why
not.
I asked, that's why he asked about
We
Onana.
did not challenge for the league.
But you were singing quads on.
When it was at one point.
So you
Because
were
we was
challenging
in-
at one
because we
point,
was in
no?
all four
So you challenged
competitions.
at one point then?
No, that doesn't mean challenging.
Quads on.
Doesn't mean challenging.
Quadruples
no.
on.
Doesn't mean
Trebles
challenging.
on. Doubles on.
If we was involved in all 4 competitions, in February, then that's what it was.
But the thing is,
You know what I'm trying to say? That's what it was. I don't know what you want to do.
The goal is for your team to improve.
Yeah, but
right?
okay, so
and to
in
win
your
more games.
in your professional
So
opinion,
Onana coming in just to help you control
in
games.
your professional
needs to help you win
opinion,
games.
in your professional opinion,
Yeah.
have Manchester United bridged the gap to even Liverpool? Then Liverpool or City have they done that?
No.
So then why are you asking me stupid questions?
Because I
Then?
want to know your answer.
This is what I mean. This is why I didn't want to talk stupidness with you. These are dumb, man.
I want to know your answer, man.
My answer is you, man, are idiots.
I want to know your answer because
Let's
you're
get-
saying
let's get
that
it done
Onana
here.
has changed things. But Brent, he's saying Onana's just going to help them control games.
I'm thinking with Onana, you guys are going to be second.
Champions League.
It's changed.
Champions League.
It's changed.
If
What?
not first.
With Onana, you probably win the Champions League then.
Yeah, but
He's a title definer, to be honest.
Yeah,
all right, that's fine.
that's what I'm saying because
And I've seen him play.
the ceiling of your Onana triumph can't be that he's going to help you control games. You want to win games, right?
Okay, but we was winning games when we weren't controlling them.
so
This is why he's saying it's going to be even better.
that's what I'm saying. So with control comes winning. No,
Yeah, but we won games last year, bro.
you're going to win more games and win the league.
We don't know if we're going to win more games. We have to see how it's playing out. But I think we're going to finish top 4. I think we'll get back in the
But you know what it
Champions
is? It's like, you know what it is? We've got Onana, but we're going to finish fourth. You know what I'm trying to say?
What are you doing, man? Come on, be brave with your takes, man.
What do you mean be brave for the takes? Is he scoring the goals?
Without Onana, you were going on like you
Yeah.
and Man City were going to be.
Without
going
Onana, our goalkeeper still kept the fucking won the Golden Glove. We finished top 4.
This
What are
is
you
what I'm
talking
saying.
The
about?
way you're talking about Onana, right? Okay, cool. Wait.
No, man, I can't argue with. I'm going
Break
to
it
say
down.
bad words. I can't argue with retards, man. This is ridiculous.
cool.
But
Because
this.
Listen to me.
honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to do
You
it.
can't shut the
It's fine.
conversation
It's
down
fine.
by
It's fine.
name
It's fine. It's fine.
calling.
Listen.
All right, there's no done it here today,
It's fine.
people, as
All right,
well.
cool.
I'm done after
All
this.
right,
I'm gone.
so-
I swear on my life as well.
Man
I'm not
United
joking.
finished
I'm done.
where last season?
I'm done.
Brent, Man United finished where
No,
last season?
he can hear that
No,
you're
no.
actually lining up reasoning, but he doesn't want to get caught up.
Man United finished where last season?
Third.
Third,
Yeah.
right? With De Gea, right?
Yeah.
Now they have a better keeper.
No, the best.
According to
The
him,
best.
someone's going to come in and
The
change
best.
the whole ethos of the club. So I'm asking him,
Title definer.
this keeper that you're putting up on the pedestal, what is he going to help you get to?
better than third.
Fourth. What are you talking about?
Fuck, man. That's a bad take.
So you're actually going to drop down with Onana, according to him?
If you move around a bit, it could be in the screen.
Yeah, go on.
I don't want to be associated.
Oh, nah, what a save.
All right. Cool.
Onana's definitely a better goalkeeper than Raya and Ramsdale.
Amen.
Man's mentioning a keeper doesn't own. We don't have Rhea right now.
Oh, wait, are you getting him?
It's right now until I see the picture of him and Eddie and Arteta. It's all speculations.
Sorry, the guy. No, just say the option. Let's go to the option.
It's Friday, bro. It's Friday. I'm done.
Bad form.
Shit, I'm done.
Hold on, Brent, pan to his seat, man.
Okay, sorry.
Look at this. This guy left, bro.
You lot pissed him off. You pissed him off and he let you know that he's done.
You realize he pissed himself off, right?
No, because I can't have nonsensical.
No,
You
but
got
the thing
yourself in a bind and then you walked
I'm
off.
not in a bind. I can't have nonsensical conversations, bro.
Your arguments weren't even logical.
That's fine,
But
I
then when
can't
it is
have
that you're
nonsensical
hearing anything that is close to not logical, you've walked off.
I can't have
We
nonsensical-
entertained you.
I don't want to entertain.
We entertained you.
Do what
Basically,
you want to do. I do what I want to do.
Well, this is it.
I don't want to entertain.
This is it. Never mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, Gina, can you?
guys, next season's gonna be hot reaction. Trust me.
Oh, before we go, can I just mention there's some news, yeah? I think it was yesterday I found out. Boxing. Joshua Buatsi is going to be fighting Daniel Aziz. I know you lot may
Is
not-
that good?
Yes. Big fight.
No, but is it better than the other one? With
No,
50-50?
of course not.
Okay.
Well, no. In terms of 50-50, it might be. Again, styles makes fights, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Buatsi is a very... I like Buatsi, you know what I'm saying? Daniel Aziz as well, he's one of those pressure fighters as well. He's got skill, he's a strong guy as well, you know what I'm saying? And this is a fight that for some reason I didn't see happening. You know what I'm saying? I kind of saw Buatsi going on to potentially fight, what's the brother's name? Light skin. He lost the other day to Bertabiev. Lions in the Camp. Oh, you know him, man, from Stratford.
From Stratford.
He's got
Anthony
plaques.
Yard.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yard.
Women in sports. Well done.
Women in blood clot sports.
So yeah, I kind of saw Buatsi maybe potentially fighting Yard soon, innit? But Daniel Aziz, man, I'm glad they've given him the opportunity, man.
Hey, Daniel Aziz, he's from N still.
Yeah,
South.
he's from South, man.
Yeah.
He's one of my boys' close friends, man.
Okay.
So I seen him fight at York Hall as well.
Okay.
He's a serious fighter, man. So I definitely wish him the best in that. But yeah, October 21st, they're gonna be fighting Out Ere Arena. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man.
Nice.
I might be there in person as well. Marcus, you gonna be there?
Where?
Yes, you are.
I know you do.
Oh, you knew the camera.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Trouble in there.
This is where your king was sitting before he vacated his spot. Now he's over there.
I'm I told you
I believe you. All right, round up, Emmanuel. Thank you.
But yeah, that's pretty much. Also, for the boxing fans, Benavidez might be fighting Demetrius Andrade, man. That's also a sick fight.
Yeah, 50-50.
At the moment, I don't see Benavidez getting beaten, you know. But Andrade has never lost as well. He's a counter puncher, defensive fighter. It'll be a sick fight. If I had to put money on it, I'll probably say Benavidez. But it'll be a sick fight. I hopefully they get it done, man.
Can you call both?
You know, I think I need to kind of see them close to the time. See how they're training, see what Watts is doing, see what Daniel Aziz is doing. But I'm hoping Aziz can get the job done, man.
You don't want to get it wrong twice in a row.
I didn't get it wrong before.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that you wanted Spence was going to win.
The thing I said Spence because I kind of wanted Spence to do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the route he took, like it'll be sick. It'll be a sick story for him to kind of become undisputed. But deep down, I knew that Crawford was going to win. You know what I'm saying? This is why when I was chatting to my brother. Huh?
What?
What happened? What? Huh? What happened? What happened?
Why could you never be wrong? Why can you never admit, yeah?
What are you talking about? How did I get it
You
wrong?
just said deep down I knew that what I was saying wasn't going to be true.
No. The reason why it sounds like that. The reason why it sounds like that is because, like I said, yeah, I was chatting to my brother, for example, yeah, and he said he forgot. I said Spence, but I said if I had to put my money on it, I'll put my money on Crawford.
Look at him. His returns.
That's what I said. You know, I think I said the same thing here. Like I'm going for Spence, but I said if I had to put my money, if I had to bet my house on it, I'll put it on Crawford. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
You hedged your bets a bit.
Yeah, I said Spence. But that's what I'm saying deep down. Like if I had to bet something that meant something to me, I would have put it on
I
Crawford.
don't remember what you
100%.
said. I just remember you saying it was going to be the clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
It was tight. I think he said he thinks Spence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did. You done the fence thing. You did cover. You tried to cover your own back in every way. You did do that.
Yeah,
strange.
I pretty much
It wasn't
said
genuine.
Spence.
It was.
I pretty much said
You
Spence.
did say Spence.
Yeah, I said
but
Spence.
you gave yourself a out.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But it's because I wanted Spence to win. You know what I'm saying? I wanted Spence to win. I didn't want it all to be in vain. You know what I'm saying? Again, Crawford is a sixth fighter, the best fighter in the world. But Spence went and got 3 of those belts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
You definitely said Spence, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
What you said?
I definitely said Spence.
Yeah,
I said Spence.
Spence. Okay.
Yeah, I said it. I even said it in the chat. Last week. You know what I'm saying? I definitely said Spence.
Who's this anyway?
I think
Kevin.
it's Kevin.
Oh.
Big up Kevin.
What about-
Go on, my brother.
What are you saying?
The big man, you back in the block again, yeah?
Yeah, man. Be there.
Long miles, man. You know, it's never getting hot.
Why are you
buddy.
signing on
Yeah,
my business? What are you doing?
you're very
Are you
muffled.
underwater?
Head to the pillow.
What are you doing? What are you doing with your phone, kiddie? Why are you sounding like that?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me come back and read my message. I'm in a work room, you know, I go. Yeah. Yeah, that boo-boo fight, yeah, he can definitely win, you know.
Which one? Which fight?
The boo-boo Andrade fight. He can definitely win that, man. He's boxing. He's got such an awkward style,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But the thing is,
He
yeah.
does. He has such an awkward style.
But the thing is, remember he had that long layoff. Like, is he still
Yeah.
the same fighter though? You know what I'm saying? Because back when he was gonna fight Charlo, gonna fight potentially Canelo, Saunders as well. Like he was on form. You know what I'm saying? He was on form. But like now, is he the
He's
same
been
guy?
dodging him for years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Has
because
he dodged him?
he ain't took no physical damage. He just avoided. He's one of them fighters that's like, because he hasn't got that PR support, you know, like you're not gonna get that big payday with him. So why get in the ring and get beaten up by some dude who you ain't gonna get paid that much?
Yeah.
The other one's there. So it happens, man. You know, avoided fighters is common, brother. This is boxing. Unless the payday is there, most men will duck you. They'll find a way to duck you. They'll claim the injury. They'll do all sorts of things. Tie you up in legal work, all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah. It's true. Who you got in a Boatsi Aziz fight?
What's the easy work, man?
You think so? Boatsi's got the skills, but remember his last fight wasn't that impressive though, man.
I met Aziz as well. Aziz is a good guy, but Boatsi's it's about, you know what it is? Right, it's about the focus, because Boatsi and all them boy there, Yard, all them man there, them man like Dubai too much, bruv. Them man like going over to Dubai and the girl there, man. You know how it goes already. Like their focus ain't focusing right now.
Yeah.
Like, where the world has opened up so much, a man can jump on the plane and go to Dubai. You're seeing a lot of the brothers do that, so they ain't staying training all year.
Yeah.
They're going away, spending time chasing, having fun, doing up little hooker and all that thing there, and then come back and train again for the fight. It's mad.
Yeah.
But if he focuses on top, he beats Aziz. I'm pretty sure they fought in the amateur. They're around the same places. They've at least minimal they've sparred before. Very minimal they've sparred before. I'm just waiting for Yard versus Boatsi, because Yard versus Boatsi is a proper fight. Someone gets knocked out in that fight.
That's gonna be a sick fight, yeah. But does
Someone gets sweat.
Does Boatsi have the power to knock out Yard?
You know what? Yard ain't got a great chin.
He hasn't, you said?
I don't think he has a great chin. I'm not gonna lie.
Look how long he lasted against Better BF, though. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, but look what BF put. Look what the one before. What's the old brother? What's the old Russian boy? Name again.
Golovkin?
No, you're near to it.
Kovalev, something like that.
Yeah,
Kovalev, yeah. I couldn't put him with a jab, bro. Come on, man. That's
but he was tired, man. He was tired. His stamina had gone.
Yeah, but that's the
round
point.
8,
You should be tired.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's the point. You shouldn't be tired. Like, why are you tired? Like, we train to do 15, 20 rounds of sparring sometimes. Why are you tired in round 8?
Yeah, true.
Against an old man. That's like the Dubai thing again. Then we go straight back to Dubai.
Yeah. I think also a lack of experience played a part in that fight, man, because I feel like now, obviously Kovalev is done now, isn't it? But I feel like Yard of today would have done a better job against Kovalev. There would have been less of the showboating. There would have been more of an actual plan, a game plan as well. I think Tunde's improved as a coach as well. Like, there was no game plan against Kovalev. Them like was just going in there hoping for the best, pretty much. But against Bertobiev,
I would say that they was just happy to get the fight.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But against Bertobiev,
like literally,
he was a serious guy. Obviously, Arthur's a different guy as well. Remember when he stopped Arthur, innit? Round 5 or something?
Yeah. Yeah, but Arthur put him out, won the first fight with boxing.
Yeah, that's true. And Boatsi could do the same thing. Boatsi could do the same thing.
That's why I say,
yeah,
Boatsi could outbox him. It's just Yard's gonna go for the knockout all fight, innit? That is all you got to worry about. Yard does have that one punch power. He can hurt you.
Yeah.
But his actual knockout ratio ain't that great. But he does try to hurt you, which is the most important thing.
That's true. It'll be.
We'll see. Boxing's coming back, man. Boxing's coming back, man. Devin Haney, Regis Progress. That's the fight.
Yeah. But do you think
Regis Progress is the fight?
But Haney ducked Shakur, though, innit? What do you think? Because he should have stayed, man. He should have stayed.
He could have, but he's struggling to make that weight, bro. He's been struggling to make that weight for about 3 or 4 fights. But before he went to Australia, he was struggling.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Like you can't keep on making weight. It's killing him. It's the same thing we saw with Spence. That weight drain is serious. When you feel no power in the ring, like you feel nothing. Your punches don't have nothing on them. You know in your head like, raw, I ain't got nothing left. So it'd be good, but we won't see. Boxing's looking good. This is the great fight era coming back again. Finally, we're finally getting great fights, one after the other.
Yeah.
But bless up, my brothers. That's my call.
All right, man. Safe
love and that. TDA to the girl.
Next weekend.
Bless up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys.
All right. Are we done out here or in the show?
I think you might like today, don't I?
Yeah, I need my laptop. I ain't got my thing.
Where is it? In your bag?
Yeah, I feel disappointed in myself.
When you wanted to leave?
No, because Yusuf tricked me. You get
Also,
me?
guys,
it was a good showing.
Off camera, Margs shook my hand and said, "You got me."
No, because
you got me.
For a split second, I actually thought I was talking to an idiot. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's why I couldn't engage anymore. But then afterwards, I realised he's not an idiot. He's just winding me up. You get what I'm saying?
I thought you could see through that though.
No, but for whatever reason, in the moment, I couldn't. I was just being. I couldn't You get me? And that's why I couldn't talk to you because I was thinking this is nonsense.
The thing is,
What was the question that fooled you?
the questions
No,
are
it's
valid
not the
though.
questions. No, it's not. It's the
the
logic.
question-
It's
the
the
question-
logic. It's
no,
the
no,
logic.
no.
No, Brent. I was because Brent is Brent, innit? You know, I'm
Yeah.
trying to say that, so that was fine.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, is this guy really an idiot? Because I can't sit there. How are we gonna have this conversation?
No, let's rewind for a second.
No, we're
right?
not rewinding. Not if you want to do. Not if you want
I
to do.
was
none of it.
definitely trolling you, but my questions were valid. So.
They're valid troll questions.
No, they're valid questions.
No, they're valid
They
troll
are valid
questions.
Yeah,
You get me? And just for a second, I forgot that you were
Because
trolling me.
my question was merely, where is Onana taking you? Better than last season or worse? And you stated that it's going to take you worse than last season. So that was confusing to me.
Yeah, no. Just for a second, I forgot you was trolling me. So fair play to you, man. I'll give you credit where it's due. You get me? Because I do that shit all the time.
Listen, like we said earlier in life, you've got to take your small wins, innit? So.
God damn. What are we doing here?
We're waiting on you.
No,
He's
I'm
on
just- click the link, Brent, for the done it, yeah?
Okay, I need that was a response.
Hmm?
basically, listen to her story.
Let's hear a story,
Yeah.
Brent.
Ben, man, you have 2 minutes. Yeah?
Say what?
I actually believed you when you said you wanted to go.
You have 2 minutes.
Oh, swear.
Oh, I think your cousin.
Like, you fooled me.
Swear, man.
That's right.
I don't have the right body shape. Do I look inappropriate for work? My dress code is a polo and dress pants or jeans, no rips. I'm dressed appropriately. However, I was called into the office because I don't have the right body shape. I cannot help my body shape.
Sweet Jesus. What's the shape like?
I got a verbal because of my body shape, and I was told I need to wear bigger clothes. I don't appreciate being body shamed. I'm being body shamed. They don't know what I went through in my life and the trauma that I went through to have to deal with being body shamed at work. All I want to do is work. And I'm not being dramatic, but you pulled me away from doing my job to tell me that I have the wrong type of body to wear the clothes that I'm wearing. I have on regular dress pants. And your excuse was the men in the tire shop and the boys keep stopping and looking at me. That's not my fault. You don't know the type of hell I had to go through my whole life just for how I look. You don't know what type of mental trauma I might have from having to be misunderstood, for me to come to work to have to hear, oh, you have the wrong body shape, to wear the right clothes though, because I'm in dress code. I just want to know, do I look inappropriate?
So basically, she's saying you don't know what it's like being so buff.
Yeah,
I've
you
been-
start GoFundMe, man.
Huh?
You start GoFundMe. She just needs money. Gotta give her money.
To be fair to her, she's too. Where's she working? Where was that?
Costco.
Yeah, she's too buff to be working at Costco. Anyway, I'll be honest with you. She should have had bigger ambitions than Costco. She should have known that she was going to cause trouble. She should have known. I mean, what are they taking a piss? Basically,
Yeah, they're basically saying she has to change, man. So I'm thinking, isn't this discrimination, hating?
Are
They
they?
said, do you need Jesus? Because obviously he's messaged me about this.
was it?
You know him. Yeah. Can I get those yams, please? Said in true Sid fashion.
Do they have a point though? Is she a distraction?
Also, what size is that shirt though?
Let me be honest, yeah. No, hold on.
looks
Let me be
extra
honest
small.
and speak up for her, yeah, because I think it's annoying. I've said this before anyway, yeah. Like when you are full of shaped, yeah, people, you could wear the same person as someone
Yeah,
who's like
facts.
straight and no one bats an eyelid, and the moment you've got curves and stuff, it's like, oh, you're being inappropriate. Do you get what I mean? Like, I get why she feels body shamed, because it's like, if someone else was wearing this, you wouldn't say anything to them. I'm wearing uniform. I'm wearing what I'm meant to be wearing to work. Do you understand what I mean? It's just now, but the issue is because I've got body.
And also, the issue is no one has sympathy for people that they deem to be pretty.
No, but
Exactly.
when they're-
No
It's
one
pre-
has no sympathy.
You
That-
see when
that's
you
the
get
thing.
body shamed, yeah, like the buff gals hurt ain't hurting like the other ones, though, innit? Like when you're getting body shamed about your bad shape, yeah, like then I can understand when you're looking in the mirror and feeling down, innit? But like when someone's telling you you're so buff, like, does that hurt your heart like that? Like, oh my God, I'm so buff. Like, you don't know what it's like to be so sexy and buff, and every man just wants me up. You know, like,
I think it
does it bang the same though? I'm asking.
I think it's more towards maybe being over sexualized, maybe being treated a certain way, and you know, maybe harassment in there, and I think it's more so to that.
I'm with that.
You know what I mean?
I hear that.
Oh, that's your Uber.
Damn. I gotta go. Who's done it here? Costco.
Yeah, man. Hating on black women.
I think it's extra. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, I hear her, but she gotta leave Costco.
And also, I didn't understand how business works.
Isn't it even better to bring in your punters?
If you've got an attractive employee that's going to help you, you know, make more sales, bring in more customers, you get guys who will just approach the desk and buy something because she's nice.
True.
Business, baby.
Yeah, she is thick, man.
I
She
think.
needs to-
Okay. Okay. Well, damn. Go off, King.
No, it's positive. I'm giving her compliments. You know what I'm trying to say? I just think one of them rappers need to go take her out of there or something, man. Just go start a GoFundMe or something, because
Kodak Black.
yeah, you're bigger than Costco, baby. You know what I'm trying to say? That wasn't in God's plan for you, man. Yeah. She's gonna be an international star now, anyway.
That's right.
Big up her. Costco, these are done at here, man. Stop body shaming people, man. That's it. That's the word. It's the outro. I gotta go though. Gina's gonna handle that.
All right.
See you later, man.
All right, guys. Make sure before exiting you like this video, please. I don't know how many times we need to remind you, but make sure you have liked the video. Thank you for tuning in and joining us this week. We hope you've enjoyed all the stuff that we've had to share with you guys.
What's the like saying, Brent? Sorry to cut you, Gina.
161.
That's poor.
Can you imagine?
You act like you've been here before. Come on. But yeah, also don't forget to, if you've got any things that you want to send in for Sis, what would you do? Or for Sis, what would you do? Make sure to send them in and join the community.
Yeah. Check out Savage's album as well, man.
Yeah.
It's a good body of work.
Album.
It is really good. I enjoyed it.
I mean, yeah, man. Support his work. Follow him as well. Yeah.
I like his character too.
He's funny. He's vibes.
Bubbly, funny, a little bit quirky, fashion. Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, that's it from us, guys. Have an amazing weekend. We'll catch you on the other side.
Peace.